Tullamore Dew. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhinehouse on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhinehouse. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy house league German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local and all the best German brewers. Rhinehouse is your home for the home teams. Rhinehouse, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. Your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Cold weather is right around the corner. Is your furnace ready? Hey, it's Mose. Right now at Rock Plumbing, Heating and Air, you can get a fall furnace maintenance done for just $99. Get peace of mind and a whole home electric safety evaluation for just $199. That's every outlet, switch, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide detector inspected to make sure your home is safe for the winter months. So get it done today by going to rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
Get your gold at Century Casino in October. We're giving away gold coins every weekend in our Gold Days drawings. Plus, rack up the most points in our Gold Days Point Challenge and strike it rich. First place wins a 1-ounce gold coin. Second place, a half-ounce gold coin. And third place, a quarter-ounce gold coin. Enjoy the gold leaves coming up the mountain and the gold coins in your pocket on the way down. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back as we wrap up your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law. Before we do anything else, let's pause for station identification brought to you by Berg Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. All right, back to the NHL scoreboard we go. When last we left you, we were telling you about the Ducks leading the Panthers 2-0. Still a ton of games. The Bruins and the Islanders are heading into the third period. Boston has a 3-2 lead over NYI right now. Possibly is sixth of the season. Lindholm is fourth. The Lightning and Predators have entered the second period there in Nashville. And the Bolts are the only team to score. It's 1-0 Tampa in that one. No. Ooh, hold on. One game just went final. Oh, the Flyers just beat the Penguins in a shootout. So Philly had that overtime game winner waved off, but they win it in a shootout anyway, 3-2 over Pittsburgh. The Jets lead the Wild after the opening minutes of hockey there in Minnesota. It's a 2-0 Winnipeg lead in one. The Detroit Red Wings are taking on the St. Louis Blues in the Gateway City, and the Winged Wheel has a 2-1 lead after one period of hockey. DeBrincat with his second of the season. Senators and Blackhawks have played about 5 minutes. That game is scoreless. And the Capitals and Stars have played about 10 minutes. That game is scoreless as well. Over in the World Series, it's Game 4 after last night's crazy 18-inning game. They're right back at it for Game 4. The Dodgers lead the series 2-1, but in the bottom of the third, the Blue Jays lead this game 2-1 over the LA Dodgers. But it's time right now to get it on. It's the Avs and the Devils, Connor McGahey and Eric Johnson with Puck Drop next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Avs faithful, this is Nathan McKinnon. Don't go anywhere, we're dropping the puck next on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. This
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology. Let us help you create your total office solution with copiers and printers, security systems and cameras, managed IT and cloud services, complete conference room packages, unified communications and telephones, including carrier services, plus temperature sensing kiosks and more. The one source for all your office technology solutions. Go to PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Consistently delivering context around Colorado's most important stories. With journalism built on accuracy and fairness. Alexandra Lewis, Kyle Clark, Kim Christensen. Experienced and working to earn your trust every weeknight. Plus, a reliable look ahead at the weather from 9 News Weather Impact Team Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. End your day with the team on 9 News at 9 and 10.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy Products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget? KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
Attention! The Altitude Sports Radio Network welcomes you to Colorado Avalanche hockey. The Avalanche have lost 4 straight. Tonight, it's time to get right.
Welcome home!
So, let's vanquish the Devils and resurrect the winning spirit. And let's go Avs!
Colton dancing in front. Nelson, he scores! It's Brock o'clock! Get it out in front. Flick it in. He shoots and scores! Flick it in! Blocked in front. McKinnon behind. He taps it in. They score! The Mac Attack is back, Jack, and so are the Colorado Avalanche.
It's the Avalanche and Devils. Now. From Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, with Eric Johnson, here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey.
And everyone sing together!
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Greetings, programs, and welcome a mile above sea level. With Stanley Cup champion Eric Johnson, I'm Connor McGahey, and this is Avalanche hockey. Tonight, the Avs are back in the Queen City of the Plains to once again dance with the Devils. Sunday afternoon in Newark is how we watched The Sopranos once upon a time, but 2 days ago it was a different type of saga that played out in New Jersey. Going down 2-0, Colorado clawed back despite losing in overtime, earned a point in the 9th out of 10 games played this year. Tonight, the season concludes, the series anyhow in Denver, as the Avalanche, remember, resist the Devil, and he must flee. So put on your listening sweaters for the Avs and Devils, Force of Nature versus Fiddle Contestant. Live for your listening pleasure around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I embarrass myself, Eric Johnson, don't you worry.
Fiddle contestant. That's the best you could come up with, huh?
You know, for the record, most people love it. Just so you know. I expect
so much more out of you.
Okay, I'll do better. I'll do better next year.
I'm just kidding. It's fine. Good to be back on the air with you, Connor.
Oh, welcome back. Fresh off your ESPN debut.
Oh, that's a delay game.
That's going to be out of play. Markstrom hasn't played since October 16th in Columbus. And right off the hop, he gets the puck, puts it into the stands, and the Avalanche get an early power play. Here's the call.
New Jersey, number 25. Minor penalty, delay game.
Power play is brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol. Trooper applications now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to apply.
So I see this two ways, Connor. Sometimes the power play loves the fresh ice, but it's so early in the game you're not warm yet. So as much as the Avs power play has struggled, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. The fresh ice is great, but these guys aren't exactly warmed up yet either. So let's see how this plays out. The power play has been one of the sore spots for the Avalanche, as everybody knows thus far in the early on in the season. So they really need to dial this in soon to be on their ways of hopefully some more wins.
McKinnon wins a draw quickly back for Cale Makar down Broadway. Save made by Markstrom. Rebound picked up and Makar has it up top. Leads the Avalanche in power play shots so far this season. Makar far point now towards the net, deflected. Knocked down out of midair by Nathan McKinnon. Works up the near boards. Nate just all the way through. Chance for Olofsson. Save made. And New Jersey will send it down ice. Olofsson with the best look yet.
We talked about in the pregame, Connor. Olofsson is a Devils killer. 18 points in 21 career games versus the Devils. Handful of goals. I'd like to see them load him up on the flank.
Wasn't exactly a patented one-timer, but wrist shot in space nonetheless. Pan save made by Markstrom. McKinnon backwards now for Cale Makar. They'll gain the zone. Makar in between the circles. Keeps it himself. Far side half roll. Now he'll scoot to the point. At the deep slot, Olofsson. Slap pass from McKinnon all the way through for Nichushkin. He'll get it on his forehand. Frees it up top for Cale Makar. Near side circle, Nathan McKinnon. Good movement here from the Avalanche power play. Down low, it's Marty Natchez on the end around. Near side circle, centers it blocked. He gets it back up top for Makar. No shot yet. Now Natchez lets it go. He scores! It's a Marty party! For Marty Natchez, it's his 7th goal of the season. And power up! The power play strikes for Colorado. They lead a minute and 24 seconds into the first period.
Beautiful movement by the Avs power play. McKinnon isn't in his usual spot on the flank. Natchez rolls into McKinnon's usual spot. Nate rolls to the front of the doorstep. They have options all over. They have Olofsson in the bumper. They have Val in the back door. Take your pick for the one-timer. They decide to load Marty Natchez up on the flank, and he rips it blocker side on Markstrom.
Rotation has been a point of emphasis for this power play, and it paid off there. Here's Alan Roach.
Goal scored by number 88, Martin Natchez. His 7th goal of the season, assisted by number 8, Cale Makar, and number 13, Valeri Nichushkin. A power play goal.
So Cale Makar picks up another assist. So does Val Nichushkin. He has points in 4 straight. As Jesper Bratt brings it ahead. Stretch pass out of the reach of 34-year-old Andre Palat. Boy, he was a monster in that Stanley Cup final series versus Colorado that Tampa ended up losing in 6 games. But he did have 3 goals and 2 assists, as Jersey will flip it in.
Devils got to get him going. He only has 1 assist in 9 games. They signed him to be a big presence for their bottom depth. Hasn't played well of late for the Devils.
He's been that top line left winger, though, playing with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. Another chance through traffic, Wedge with the save. Nate just picks it up far side corner. His 2nd power play goal of the season, by the way, as Malinsky will get to the red line and flip it in past Markstrom. He was the one that took the delay of game penalty. 17:25 to go in the first. Shots are 3-1 Colorado. They lead 1-0 over the number 1 team in the NHL, the New Jersey Devils. Backwards now is Brendan Dillon bringing it ahead, creeping up on 1,000 games, 983. Now Dougie Hamilton, top 10 pick in 2011, swings it all the way around.
That should be too many men.
Should be too many men, but there's no arm in the air, so we continue on. Josh Manson, good disruption at center ice. Now Val Nichushkin hands it off for Brock Nelson. Back for Nichushkin. His one-timer is tipped wide. Manson keeps it deep. Nelson, who scored to tie it in Jersey on Sunday. Boy, what a pickup by Valanchuk. Nelson lets it go. That's deflected out of play. And this new look second line for Colorado getting some work done. 16:44 to go in the first. 1-0 Avalanche. Today's opening faceoff brought to you by Century Casino. Find the hottest slots and electronic table games action at Century Casino and Hotel, 1 mile from Blackhawk, scenic, walkable Central City. Welcome to the Winner's Zone.
Yeah, Connor, that's what that second line can do, just to terrorize opponents. Val Nichushkin is so long, his stick is so good. You saw him pick the puck of the New Jersey defender there, slip it right in the slot to Nelson. Unfortunately, it got blocked. Great look there for the Avs second line.
If he plays a full season, should he get more Selke attention, Val Nichushkin?
I mean, I think he should, but I don't know if he will, if that makes sense.
Yep. Here's a chance in front, blocked by Nason. He just a menace to play against if you're a defender in your own zone. Another chance, Siegenthaler off the end wall. Wedgwood strong, and he makes the save with his right pad once and twice. Avalanche will bail it near side boards. Burnley down the wall. Parker Kelly all the way through. Here's Olofsson. No, it's Bardakov. Dude, where's the car? It's the first career goal for Zakhar Bardakov. And the Avalanche are flying high, a mile high. It's 2-0 Colorado.
How good does that feel? Wedgwood makes the big save on one end. Kelly starts the transition on the other. Great little slip pass to Bardakov, who comes down his off wing. I thought it was Olofsson live too, Connor. And the New Jersey Devils draft pick sticks it to him for his first NHL goal, Zakhar Bardakov. Dude, where's Zakhar? I love it.
Part of the McDermott trade, and it's paying off dividends. His first career National Hockey League goal, a night to remember for Bardakov. Here's Alan Roach.
Avalanche goal! Scoring his first NHL goal, number 93, Zakhar Bardakov. Assisted by number 17, Parker Kelly. And number 54, Gavin Brindley. Time of the goal.
So Brindley, who has scored this year, gets an assist. So now he has 2 points. And the fourth line gets it done for the Avalanche. And it all started on the other end with 2 massive Scott Wedgwood saves.
Wedgie made a great save. All 5 Avs collapse. Kelly starts the transition, chips it to Brindley. You could see it develop from the press box. Beautiful developing play. Awesome for Zakhar Bardakov.
Jersey wins the faceoff in the Avalanche zone. Hughes a shot. Bouncing puck. Side of the net. Wedgwood able to get to his right and make the stop. Devon Taves picked up his first point of the season in Jersey on Sunday. Hard to believe that, as Arturi Lehkonen will knock it down at center ice. Overskating in this Natchez. Lehkonen got a stick in there. Palat has it stolen away. Natchez will guide it back to Cale Makar. To his right, and his fellow Team Canada D partner, Devon Taves. That's deflected, goes into the Jersey bench. Play stops, 15:22 to go in the first. Shots are 4-3 Avalanche. They lead New Jersey 2-0.
It looks to me like Wedgwood's net is off. The morning's there. I don't know if Wedgwood noticed. I saw it right before the puck went in the Devils bench there, but that looks off to me. That needs to be addressed, or maybe the Devils score and they wave it off. So maybe they won't address it. Doesn't it look like the near post is off?
He's trying to get his attention now. And good. You know, it's a good thing that you've got the vision that you do.
It's deteriorating.
Like a bird of prey.
It's deteriorating.
Hey, welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, man.
Mine's been deteriorating for 20 years. But he finally got the attention of the linesman, and you're right, that left post was about, 2 or 3 inches back from the goal line. So they're fixing it now. They've amended the shots to be 4 apiece, Jersey and the Avalanche, but the home team has goals from Marty Natchez on the power play and Zakhar Bardakov, his first career goal in the National Hockey League.
Tough start for Markstrom coming back, huh? Delay a game. Gino.
Breakaway.
Gino.
Face off at center ice, won by Drury, back from Malinsky, right side, rolls into the corner below the goal line, and this is going to be offside on the Avalanche. 15-16 to go in the first period. They lead 2-0. Tonight's Avalanche game brought to you by Kaiser Permanente, with Kaiser Permanente specialists, pharmacists, and more under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
Something to keep an eye on here, Connor. I just noticed sometimes Jared Bednar will have the Avs defenseman do this on the dump-ins. Jacob Markstrom, the Devils goaltender, is a very good puck handler. I just saw Malinsky do a soft chip on the dump in, so Markstrom can't handle it and make a play. Look for that. If you're watching on TV, if you're listening to us, I'll try and explain it a little bit, but there's soft chipping so the goalie can't handle the puck, and they really want to keep it away from him, so we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Well, they got to look at, as this is a stretch pass that rolls in on Wedgwood, doesn't cover it up, but they got to look at that from Jake Allen the other night in Jersey, and he's another good handler of the puck. He's the backup for the Devils. But he's won 5 straight games in the absence of Markstrom as Wedgwood will hang on. Face off to his right, 5 minutes gone in the first, 2-0 Colorado.
The Avs were very fortunate that the Devils did not get a breakaway there, Connor. That's a set play. Jesper Bratt is an absolute terror to play against. He's quick, he's fast on his edges. He just did a little outside-inside move, faking like he's going to the boards, baiting the Avs defenseman in. He pivots to the middle. They made the stretch pass. They had a breakaway. It just hopped over Jesper Bratt's stick. Watch for that set play.
Face-off win by Jersey, but Jersey native Ross Colton will steal it away and lob it down the near boards. Markstrom to play it right where you're talking about, and that'll bounce across the blue line and into the Avalanche zone. Manson back, blasted off the boards. Where did it go? It hit Palat. Avalanche able to recover. Val Nichushkin across the red line. Has to stick handle around Brock Nelson, his line mate. Down to the corner, holds up, throws it towards the back post. Ross Colton was there, throws it in front, tries to step it through the legs of Markstrom, and he collapses the pillows and sends it aside. Fans saw the puck, squared away afterwards, and they're not convinced that it was completely covered up, but the whistle does blow with 14:32 to go in the first. And the Avalanche second line, again with more pressure, they almost had one.
This line looks deadly, Connor. Great entry by the Avs second line. They kick it out. Ross Colton goes to the back door. They make a diagonal seam pass. Nichushkin to Colton. Markstrom stretches left to right, just gets a toe of his skate on it. Ross Colton can only look to the ceiling and say, what do I got to do to get another one? But excellent save. Great response from Markstrom there. Great play by the Avs second line.
Well, that's the piece of real estate that Colton had the assist to Nelson to tie the game up in Jersey on Sunday afternoon. Again, Colton and Landeskog have switched spots. Landeskog down on the third line to start things off with Drury and Olofsson. Here comes Jersey. Shot into the glove of Wedgwood. No problem for him. Former Devil himself. Versus New Jersey, Scott Wedgwood, 4-0-0 all-time. A 1.02 goals against. And a .960 save percentage, 2 of his 8 career shutouts versus Jersey.
Think he likes playing his former team?
I think so.
Man.
Amazing how often that happens.
What a season he's put together early on. 5-1-2, 2.42 goals against average, .904 save percentage.
You'll take that, above 900. Oh, yeah. Face-off won by Jersey. Seamus Casey into the lineup with Pesce. An upper body injury along the goal line, throws it in front. Jersey a chance, but Nico Hischier is tied up as the Avalanche forwards and defensemen all combine to at least get a stick or a glove on someone or something. And the faceoff will remain in the Avalanche zone with almost 6 gone in the first, 2-0 Colorado.
Avs got to watch out for Seamus Casey. He's a really good, smaller, right-handed defenseman. Had a really good start to last year. Played most of last year in the minors in the Devils farm system, but a really nice right-handed skilled player. Made a nice play there. Avs got to keep an eye on him.
And Gavin Brindley, both Michigan Wolverines. Avalanche win the draw. Landeskog on the forecheck. Jersey off the boards. Timo Meier. Nice pass into space. Near boards for Nico Hischier. That's broken up again. Colorado trying to clear the zone. And Jack Drury will do exactly that. Seamus Casey, second-round pick in 2022 in his 15th NHL game. But he already has 4 goals and 4 assists.
Isn't that crazy?
In 15 games with Jersey. Down low as Connor Brown over Edmonton Oiler. Back up top, Dougie Hamilton plays to the corner now behind the net as Pratt trying to get loose. Sam Malinsky is there. McKinnon just off the bench, shovels it up the boards. Axed at by Landeskog. He'll get it across center ice. Paul Cotter now for Hamilton in his space in between the D. The Avalanche backtracking here, thrown in front, blocked by Malinsky. Did well there, has to stay with it. Puck is pinched up against the near side boards. McKinnon helps out. Natchez into the path of Josh Manson. He got tangled up with Lamico. And now Nathan McKinnon, meanwhile, in the Jersey zone, holds up. Tried to center it, block, gets it back and sweeps it deep. It's off the stick of Cotter. He pokes it away back for Hamilton into safety. Pressure coming from Natchez. Near side corner is where Connor Brown has it, as both teams will make changes. 12:45 to go in the first. Shots now 8-6 Jersey, but the Avalanche lead 2-0. Finally, a pushback from Jersey after the 2 early goals, but Wedge with some nice saves, and the Avalanche have played a good defensive game so far. Can't clear it here. Nason towards the net. That rattles wide. Manson leaves it for Brindley. Parker Kelly trying to clear, goes back into the corner. Manson lays a hit. Kelly an assist in this first period off the glass and out towards center ice. Bouncing puck. Bardakov got a stick to it. His stick came out of his hands. Went to the corner in the Jersey zone to pick it up, and Jersey almost skated right back into him. Couldn't take advantage of the Avalanche being a man down. Now the puck is stuck in between the benches. Brindley trying to dig it out. Siegenthaler does exactly that, and Connor will get it back into the capable hands of Nemec. Second overall pick in 2022. A lot of pressure in Jersey when you select a guy like Jack Hughes first overall. Luke Hughes fourth. Turnover here. Devon Taves recovers, sends it back to the point. Casey towards the net, dipped, and the rebound is swept aside by Cale Makar away from Hughes. Makar forces Hughes out to center ice, and that's how you win a Norris Trophy.
Big save by Wedgwood there.
Brought back in. Hughes trying to dart away. Pass backwards is read by Brock Nelson. And now it is into the corner. Taves waits the pressure out, and now he'll slow things down with 11-11. Make a wish to go in our first period. 2-0 is the lead for the Avs over the Devils. Makar out of his own zone, straight up Broadway. Landeskog will backhand it down the far boards, away from Seamus Casey. Now behind the net. Brown turned it over for a minute. Can Olofsson get there? He can. Got to stick to it away from Casey. Hamilton will recover below the goal line. Near side hash marks. He'll play it off the boards in front of his own bench, but Malinsky intercepts. Overskated it. Here come the Devils. One-timer blocked, and it ricochets wide.
Big block by Drury.
Drury got a piece of that as lining that one up was Arseny Gritsuk. He's been the surprise for Jersey. Landeskog the steal at the Devils line. Near side board. Centers it. That's off a body, too. Avs trying to work to get it back. It's sent down ice by the Devils. Does it have enough muster to be icing? Barely, but we'll take it. 10:21 to go in the first. Shots are 9-6. Jersey scores 2-0 Colorado. Any rebroadcast of this game, however tempting, is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche or NHL. Berg Simpson Injury Lawyers reminds you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. If you've been injured, contact Berg Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives.
Man, Jack Drury sold out to block that shot and almost deflected and win it anyway. That would have really sucked.
Face off one back for Cale Makar. Glove side. Markstrom got a piece of it, but can't smother it. Nature centers it off the side of the cage. Still loose, and Markstrom able to reach backwards. And he'll garner a whistle as we will take a timeout. 10-10 to go in the first period in Denver. Nature's on the power play. Bardakov, his first career NHL goal. Avalanche lead the Devils 2-0 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 is the home of your Denver Nuggets. And all day Thursday, we've got a Nuggets Ticket Thursday.
So you got the Avs on Tuesday. How about the Nuggets on Thursday?
Every Altitude show all day has your chance to win tickets to an upcoming Nuggets game.
Get yourself some!
Listen on the 20s for that hour's keyword. Text it in, and you're entered to win.
Oh, baby!
Nuggets Ticket Thursdays.
The Avs Tuesdays, Nuggets Thursdays. Come on now.
From Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
When you're hurt, your case isn't just about the law. It's about the medicine. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos, emergency medicine physician and attorney. I know how injuries happen, how they impact your life, and how to prove it in court. Don't let your case be a guessing game. Ramos Law, the only firm led by a medical doctor and attorney. Come experience the doctor-lawyer difference.
McKinney's got some room. He scores!
Avs faithful, gear up for game day with Altitude Authentics.
Cale Makar walking the high slot. He lets it go, and he scores! Oh, hail Cale!
Get the best selection and best prices on Avalanche merchandise by shopping in store at Ball Arena Monday to Saturday or online anytime at AltitudeAuthentics.com.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Back inside Ball Arena, 10-10 to go in the first period. It is 2-0 Avalanche over the Devils.
Well, to all our listeners, Ball Corporation brings you Avalanche hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Ball Corporation, all in for the Avs, aluminum, all in.
Masterfully done.
I thought so.
Broken stick on the ice. Short angle shot by Jersey, same made by Wedgwood. Thrown back in front. Cale Makar will get there and shovels it behind the net for Taves. Still a forecheck from New Jersey, but Makar will escape. Sent to the center ice. Hacked up by Lehkonen, no icing. Markstrom plays the puck behind his own net. Pressure coming from Natchez. Jersey up the far boards quickly. Can they get out? Barely. It's off the skate of Lehkonen, and it goes right back to Luke Hughes. Drops it. Here's a shot. Save made on the chance from Heischer by Wedgwood. With some lurking traffic. 9:35 to go in the first period. Shots are 11-7 Devils. But the score is 2-0 Colorado again. Natchez on the power play, his 7th of the year. From Cale Makar and Val Nichushkin and Bartikov. His first ever NHL goal from Parker Kelly and Gavin Brindley. Kelly, no points his last 2, but a goal and an assist in the previous 2.
Back to that power play goal, Connor. That's what Nathan MacKinnon can do. He drops into a different area, and Natchez pop where MacKinnon usually is. MacKinnon draws so much attention to him that it can open up other guys around the rink, and that's exactly what happened there, where Natchez was wide open for that one-timer. Oh.
Boy, Ross Colton trying to do the right thing, and unless they're going to call Siegenthaler for interference, and they might. Colton was trying to get to the loose puck, and the body language from Siegenthaler says this is going to be an Avalanche power play.
Wow, I thought it was going on the Avs,
I thought so, too. Let's find out.
New Jersey, number 71, minor penalty, interference.
That is the voice of referee Stephen Hiff. He's only working his 15th NHL game tonight, but the Avs will take it. Siegenthaler, I think maybe, EJ, he didn't make enough of a play for the puck down the boards.
I thought you could have taken them both. I don't know if I would have just taken one there. That, to me, it's a little ticky-tacky, but we're not going to complain. Let's see if the Avs can go 2 for 2 to start out this power play.
In this booth? No way. Avs 1 for 1 on the power play so far. Let's see if they can get another one. Jersey wins the faceoff, and they'll clear it down ice. Jersey, coming into this game, had only allowed 2 power play goals all season. Second best PK unit in the National Hockey League.
That's what Bradshaw does. He came over from Philly. He's been a long-time PK coach in the NHL. All of his units are always in the top 10 most seasons. He's an excellent penalty kill coach.
Natchez back to the point. Cale Makar off his shin pad. It falls for Jersey, and again, they will clear with 30 seconds gone in the man advantage. This time it was Dawson Mercer. Again, has never missed a game in the National Hockey League. Now 338 straight. Wow. Hank to MacKinnon for Natchez across the blue line. Drop pass for Val Nichushkin. Centers it. What a feed. Tees up Cale Makar. Has to receive it on his backhand because he's a righty. Now Natchez also a righty at the slot. MacKinnon, a one-timer, tried to copy-paste, and that blasts the mask off of Jacob Markstrom. The whistle has to blow with $1:05 to go in the power play. 8:32 to go in the first. 2-0 Avs.
MacKinnon and Natchez are playing this rotation game on the flank, and it's really causing the Devils fits. They don't know who's going to shoot the one-timer. It was Natchez on the last power play when he scored, and now MacKinnon lets one fly, and that stings Markstrom. That you can just tell he's shooken up. The mask comes off, the straps come off. Love the way the Avs power play is moving the puck around right now. We talked about this in the pregame. The entries have been no issue. It's about finding those grade A scoring chances when they set up in the zone, and so far they've had some great looks. It looks really, really good.
So Brock Nelson out there. He wins the draw. Back for Cale Makar at the deep slot. Looking to get loose. Pressure is released. Makar with it at the far point now. Keeps it himself. Now Val Nichushkin had an assist on the first power play goal. Top for Makar. Fake the one-timer. Does he take it? He does. It's blocked off of Brown. Does it stay in the rink? It does. Makar for Nichushkin. Back for Makar. Now Natchez top of the circle. 40 seconds left in the power play. Near side, Don MacKinnon looking to center it. Wanted a backdoor option. He's got 2 of them, but there are 4 Devils in the way. Up top instead for Makar. Shot from distance. That's blocked to the far half wall.
That had a chance at hitting Nichushkin in front.
Knocked out of midair. It's Brock Nelson down the boards once and twice. Blocked both times by Nemec. And Jersey will get it back to the Avalanche line as they change 1 by 1. McKinnon tried to force the issue along the blue line, able to get it back, and he'll swoop around to the right flank. Now throws on the brakes. Everybody flies right by. Natchez all the way across.
Awful bounce.
Bouncing puck, and that's unlucky for Brock Nelson. Short-handed. Here comes Brad, a shot. That's over the helmet of Scott Wedgwood. You went over my helmet? And now Hamilton will get it back for Brendan Dillon in the Devils zone. Power play is over. The Avalanche are 1 for 2. Hughes for Bratt. Leaves it. On the cycle, Hughes trying to dance around Jack Drury. He did, but he fell down, didn't take the puck with him, and Drury will get it to Nelson. Devon Taves up in the attack. 3-on-3 to the Jersey line. Leaves it for Lehkonen. He gets aside a stick check. Lehkonen, a shot. Save made by Markstrom. The shooting angle sort of went away on him. Markstrom will cover up, and we will take a timeout. 7:01 to go in the first in Denver. Shots are 11-9 Jersey, but it's the Avalanche with a 2-0 lead. Thanks for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Find a career with purpose. We're hiring problem solvers and community partners to serve as future Colorado State Troopers. It's so much more than a job. It's a career you'll love while making a real impact. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment to learn more or connect with a recruiter. Applications are now open. Visit csp.colorado.gov/employment. csp.colorado.gov/employment.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your Colorado GMC dealers. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 11/3/25.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Connor's playing the air piano. He's busy right now.
Oh, it's a great song. REO Speedwagon, 7:01 to go in the first period. 2-0 Colorado with engineer extraordinaire Alan Baca, who's warmed up slightly. The silent assassin, Chris Mitchell, along with the Godfather, Mark Bertinoli, back in our NHL Tonight studios. Stanley Cup champion Eric Johnson is here, and I'm somebody else. Our pleasure to bring you the Avs and the Devils. The final time this season, if you can believe that. 2-0 Colorado here in the first in the Mile High City. Avs with the draw back for Brent Burns. Avalanche mascot Bernie showed up today, dressed as Brent Burns for Halloween. Camo jacket, beard, backpack, the whole thing. It was glorious. Drury back up top for Burns. He lets it rip. Tipped us wide of Markstrom. Rebound to the near side half wall. Avalanche have to get back here. Mercer, excuse me. That is Gritsuk, 81, not 91. Cross ice, stick to side. Wedgwood for Manson. Boy, and that's a turnover right to Dillon. Shot towards the net, tipped wide. Avs catch a break, and now Drury will head up ice. Out at center, Olofsson trying to send it underneath. Meyer worked to get it back, and cleaning up his Gritsuk to get possession into the control of the New Jersey Devils with 6:17 to go in the first. 2-0 Colorado.
Great idea by Manson on that breakout. Just missed his man with that pass. It was a beautiful, patient breakout. Just missed the target.
Lehkonen got a stick in there, but Brad escapes. Now in the near circle, down low for Hughes. Penalty coming up on the Avalanche. Rebound is free, and it was blocked wide. Should be a hooking call. Hamilton hands it off for Hughes. Bratt wants the one-timer. Now a drop feed for Heischer. Hamilton near side point. Seems to be about 9 Devils on the ice. Shot towards the net. Save made by Wedgwood. It was touched by Taves, and finally Wedgwood will cover up, but the Devils will get their first chance at a power play late here in the first. Here's the call.
Colorado number 88 has a minor penalty for hooking.
Trevor Hansen yelling at us. Power play for the Devils when we come back. 5:49 to go in the first. Johnson 12-9 New Jersey, but it's the Avalanche with a 2-0 lead on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Another bad face-off inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations face-off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of face-off inside the NHL. Watch now, only on Prime Video.
Colorado. The Avalanche bring the heat on the ice. And now you can bring that same winning shine to your ride at Cobblestone Car Wash. Whether it's snow, slush, or road grime, Cobblestone's got you covered with over 43 locations and unlimited wash memberships that pay for themselves in just 2 visits. We'll keep your car looking fresh off the power play all season long. Cobblestone Car Wash, official car wash of the Colorado Avalanche.
At 9 News, our Weather Impact team prioritizes alerting you early and often when disruptive weather comes to Colorado. We explain when severe weather will hit, how it will directly affect your life, and deliver information that keeps you prepared. When we experience any weather that impacts or inconveniences you, we'll issue a Weather Impact Day. Be prepared and stay connected during severe weather with your 9 News Weather Impact team.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
5:49 to go in the first. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Shots are 12-10 Jersey, with the Avalanche have a 2-0 lead. The Devils going on the power play for the first time tonight. EJ 8 for 26 on the season, 3 for 10 on the road. Both are a top 10 power play.
Tons of skill, really dynamic. Hughes and Brad are complete nightmares to play against. I still have visions of them in my head blowing around me.
Not Sugar Plum Fairies. This is a chance in front. What a save made by Wedgwood. Oh, he did it again. Rebound falls for Cale Makar, and he'll backhand it down ice. Wedgwood with 2 saves, both through a screen, and Cale Makar picks up the garbage. 20 seconds gone in the power play. Drop pass at center ice. Here comes Hughes with the unreleased white skates.
Those are sick. Oh, man, they look like Sergei Fedorov in the 90s.
Exactly right. That's what we said on Sunday. Centering feed. The other Hughes, a shot blocked by Parker Kelly, and makes it to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Jack Drury. I almost said Chris Drury because we were talking about the days of yesteryear. That's his uncle. Hughes somehow got around Parker Kelly. Now down low. Devils want to center it in the trapezoid behind the net out in front. Save made by Wedgwood. He turned it aside to the far half wall. Heischer and Drury get tangled up, and now a crowd gathers at the half wall with a minute gone in the power play. Comes free for Parker Kelly. Fanned on the first clearing attempt. Got a second bite of the apple, and both teams will change.
Man, this Devils power play is fun to watch. They're so slick on the entry. They move the puck with such crispness. Just beautiful puck work by them.
Stretch pass Mercer. Centering feed goes through everybody. Settled down by Nason to the point. Balnichushkin got in the way. Deflected it aside. Burns. Up and not out. Kept in. Gritsuk. Down low. Nason throws it in front. Sticked aside. Manson stays with it. Goes back to Jersey. Balnichushkin got in there again. Manson works to get it free. Backwards for Burns. And he gloves it to the point. It doesn't leave the zone, however. Hamilton underneath. Mercer all the way through. Gritsuk a shot. And that's saved by Wedgwood. Where's the whistle? Finally, we got one. Wedgwood sat on that like a goose on an egg. And with 12 seconds to go in the power play, 4:01 to go in the period, it remains 2-0 Avalanche.
A lot of guys do this nowadays, Connor, is they pretend like the puck is behind the goalie when the goalie has it to make the goalie look behind and feel not confident that they actually have it. That's what happened there and why the whistle didn't go for a while, because the referee thought the Devils player saw it and he acted like he did, and that's what happened with the delayed whistle. But the Avs had 2 chances to clear that puck out before those scoring chances, and they didn't get it out, and that's what kept them in their own zone. Got to clear those pucks when you have it on your forehand.
Nelson the faceoff. It's won by Jersey. Brindley actually got there. Nemec down low. Good stick there by Malinsky. And Brindley will play it out the near window. And that will do it. The Avs PK has been exemplary. Turnover here. Brock Nelson centers it. Malinsky reaching for it, trying to keep it deep. Nelson lifts his stick, but Nason will get across the blue line and dump it into Avalanche territory. Malinsky gets there first. It's icing on the Devils with 3:39 to go in the period. 2-0 Colorado. I'll say that PK for the Avalanche, 11 straight kills, 5th in the NHL coming into tonight at 89.3%.
Well, it's got to feel good for them. The way the season ended last year, the Stars just completely picked apart the Avs penalty kill, and I know that was a point of emphasis going into the offseason. Have to fix the special teams, so that's got to feel good for the Avs penalty killers to be rolling like they are this early in the season. So great stuff from the Avs PK there, and the old saying is your goalie has to be your best penalty killer. Well, Scott Wedgwood has been rock solid on the PK for the Avs.
16 saves in this first period for Wedgwood, 4 of those on that power play. The Avs, off that icing, only had 4 skaters on the ice. Taves hopped out there. McKinnon backwards for Cale Makar. Now returns to McKinnon. He'll chop it down the near wall. And Seamus Casey played it right into McKinnon. Overskated it. Glove down by Jersey. And Nemec will try and free up the forecheck of Nathan McKinnon with John 3:16 to go in the first period. 2-0 Avalanche. Meyer underneath. Escher has to reach behind him. Avs getting sticks in all kinds of lanes here, as this is a high riser. It's off the stick last of Wedgwood, I believe. And it goes out of play with 3:06 to go in the first period. Shot 16-10 Jersey. Scores 2-0 Colorado. Not sure they really had any chance at any point. Mercer played it way over the top.
That might have hit Wedgwood's knob, or his blocker deflected it up into the screen. Avs got a little loose with their gap there, which allowed the Devils to break in on the 3-on-3, but really good stuff from Wedgwood, spotting that puck and directing it out of play into the mesh. And 16-10 in shots with 3:06 to go here in the first. And if you're Colorado, you got to be extremely pleased with how this period's played out. And power play looks great. The penalty kill's been rock solid. So great stuff on the special teams.
Jack Hughes was out there for the face-off, but now he's being pulled off the ice by the referee and made to sit on the bench, which is interesting. So face-off to the right of Wedgwood.
Yeah, Sheldon Keefe tried to sneak Jack Hughes out there after the referee put his arm up, signaling the last change.
That's unsporting behavior.
Seeing that the Avs fourth line is out there, that's exactly what happened.
Face-off one again by Jersey. Pressure up high from Malinsky. Dump to the corner. Meyer with it with 3 to go in the first. Meyer turns and fires. That misses the target. Seamus Casey near side. That also misses. Broken stick. Bartikov went back to the bench to get one. He forces the puck to center, and now he'll track it down as it's squirreled to the far wall, and Timo Meyer, the former Shark, hands it off. One-touch pass goes right to Parker Kelly. He overskated it. Mercer works to get it. Kicked ahead. Boy, that's going to be offside. Meyer didn't have possession as Luke Hughes was to his right. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone with 2:37 to go in the first period. Again, Colorado 2 and the Devils nothing.
You could see a few times there the Devils got a little careless with the puck. I looked at the bench, and Sheldon Keefe, their head coach, looked as red as the red line after those 2 turnovers. He does not look pleased with the New Jersey Devils puck management through the neutral zone right now.
By the way, good heads-up play by your hero, my friend, Donnie White, to get Bartikov that fresh stick. Get that puck out towards the neutral zone. The quickness in which they operate down there to get that stick in particular always amazes me.
Yep. He's quick with the stick in his hand. He's quick with some beer. I mean,
Donnie, no. This is a waved-off icing as Paul Cotter, acquired from Vegas in a trade, gets there first. Puck is below the goal line in the Avalanche zone. 2:05 to go in the first. Colorado leads 2-0. Burns in the corner. Knocked down by Manson.
What a pickup by Manson on the breakout pass from Burns.
Drop feed Colton to Nichushkin. He'll fish it deep. Markstrom out to play.
Faked me out. He didn't fake you out?
He faked like he was going forehand and then went backhand to leave it for his defenseman. This is tapped ahead. Again, the Avs get in the way. Out to center. Natchez picks it up. 2-on-2 to the Jersey line. Drop feed for Nathan McKinnon. Squirts around Palat. Down to the corner. And the puck didn't go with him. Turning the other way is Jack Hughes. 2-on-2 to the red line. Hughes stick handling into Avalanche territory all the way around. Lehkonen took the long road home. Now the puck is stuck against the near boards. Jersey tries to work it loose. Boy, they are relentless, the New Jersey Devils. Taves with it. Trying to get away from that forecheck. McCarr.
Ref's in the way.
Hit the referee in the corner. McKinnon was waiting at the half wall. Palat, the beneficiary. To the point. Seamus Casey. Now Brendan Dillon towards the net. That's deflected by Hughes to the corner. Back up top for Dillon. Walking the blue line. Still Brendan Dillon. Forces it deep. Cale Makar will pick it up, looking to just get away from danger. And if anyone can do that, it's Cale Douglas Makar as he relieves some pressure with less than a minute to go in the first. Again, Colorado 2-0. This is going to roll in on Markstrom. He plays the puck, pressure coming, and he one-handed it away from Victor Olofsson. Jersey, after the slow start, is up and out, and they've really picked it up. Wedgwood, 17 saves here in period one. Good dig out here by Colorado as Olofsson will backhand it towards center ice, intercepted by Nemec. Backwards now for Siegenthaler at his own blue line, now across the center ice. He'll dump it in, left to right, near side, half wall is Malinsky's. Scoots behind his own goal line, now Burns up and out. Olofsson, cross center ice, turn it over. Here comes Jersey. Can't really get it deep. It's going to be offside, I believe, as I think Connor Brown wanted to get that in a little bit stronger, and because he fanned on it, that made the New Jersey Devils offside with 11 seconds to go in the first period.
Pretty fortunate, too. Victor Olofsson made 2 turnovers on the boards, and that's where you really have to be sharp in the last minute when you have a 2-0 lead. You can't turn those pucks over and give the Devils any life. Fortunately, the Devils went offsides, but that's where you have to be really strong on the wall, especially in the last minute of a period.
Face-off won by the Avalanche. Burns sends it ahead. It goes all the way through on Markstrom. Nelson turns back up the wall. 3 seconds to go. 2-1. Period one is done. Shots finished 16-12 Devils, where the Avalanche get a power play goal from Marty Necas and the first career goal from Zakhar Bartikov. They lead 2-0 after one.
Overall, the Avs are happy with that period. I mean, they got a power play right away. They score on it. Bartikov gets his first shortly after that, and special teams were good. 5-on-5, they controlled most of the play. I mean, the shots say otherwise, but overall, I would say the Avs are really, really happy with that period, especially the first 12 minutes, and then New Jersey kind of made a little push, but for me, the Avs are in full control this game.
When we come back, Chris Mitchell and Mark Bertinelli will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from Avalanche forward Gavin Brindley. But after 20 minutes of play at Ball Arena in downtown Denver, it's the Avalanche 2 and the Devils nothing. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back from McKinnon. He lets it go from Middlestat. That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next. Tough, man. On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
For Marty Necas, he's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick Plan. Pick any 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat.
Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
This is Jesper Bratt. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Welcome to the Citizens Intermission Report. I'm Matt Laughlin, spending time with Devils defenseman Shimon Nemitz as we record this prior to the start of tonight's game between the Devils and the Colorado Avalanche. You're coming off a very good game offensively. You had the 3 assists, first time in your career. Congratulations on that. But I want to talk about your development and what's happened this year for you as you build your career. What's different about the start for you?
Yeah, I feel like I got one of the best start in a season I ever had. So yeah, I feel better, and I changed some things during the summer, and I think it's working right now. But yeah, it's still so much room to improve. So I'm just trying to work on myself every day. So yeah.
I know we talked about it once on the air about some of the changes you did this summer, but for those who missed it, can you just talk about what you did differently in preparation for this season?
Yeah, I started skating earlier in the summer, almost 1 month after the season. I already started skating once, twice a week. So yeah, that was the biggest change what I did.
How does that help you, or how has that helped you?
I feel more confident on the ice. With my skating, I can trust more. I feel now I'm middle of the season. Yeah, I'm not on the start of the season. So yeah.
Well, and comparing it to last year, I mean, you were banged up coming into the season, so you weren't at full health for the start of the year, and that puts every player behind the curve a little bit. So good health is such a critical component of success. How about understanding the game a little bit more as you play more and more, get more games under your belt, on your resume, so to speak? How are you different from your understanding about what's happening out there?
Yeah, I mean, especially under Sheldon, his structure is really different than I had before. Everyone has to do their job. So yeah, I mean, I'm starting understanding the game more and more, and I think it helps me, and it helps my role also in this team.
What would be an example of one thing that Sheldon wants his defensemen to do that's a little different from what you're used to?
Just play more with the puck, but be also aware who's on the ice, and just be careful with your decisions. Yeah, with puck or without the puck also.
You have some offensive ability, of course, but it looks like you've decided. 7 points coming into today's game is pretty darn good in the early going. But it seems that you've really made a focus on the defensive side of things as well. Am I seeing that accurately? Is that been your approach?
Yeah, I mean, if you see my points, every point starting in almost in a season. So yeah, it's been different, but yeah, I think this has helped me. We play more and feel better here in this league.
Well, yeah, if you're going to start a lot in the D zone, you're not going to have a lot of chance to put up some points. Maybe that'll start to come a little later on, of course. But my point is, and you said it the other day on the air, good defense leads to good offense, all that sort of thing. I mean, I think for some younger players, it's hard to understand that because you were able to do so much getting to this league, and this is the best league in the world, and sometimes you have to adjust a little bit.
Yeah, it was... I was like that, 2-3 years before. Yeah, I came from the league when we didn't defend that much. We just played for the points. So yeah, it's been different. Every guy out there is so skilled and can be dangerous for you. So yeah, you have to be aware who's on the ice, and yeah, you just have to defend hard.
Couple of things and we'll let you go, and it's more about you personally. We know you're from Slovakia. Tell us about the area where you grew up. What's it like? Is it mountainous? Is it flat? Is it in the middle of the country? Where?
Yeah, it's middle of country. It's between the mountains. Yeah, if I see the mountains here in Denver, this is where I grew up. So yeah, it's really small town, around 30,000 people. But really, really hockey town, and also we got so many Olympic athletes there. So yeah, really, really athletic town. So yeah.
Well, you're taking your place in that line. So was it always hockey for you? If it's an athletic town, is that what you did, or did you play other sports too?
No, actually, when I was 12, 13, I was I wasn't sure if I was gonna play hockey or soccer. So yeah, I was a really good soccer player too. So yeah, when I was 12, I think I made a decision to play hockey, and yeah, I think it was a really good decision.
Well, you're here, and so it definitely was the right decision. What position did you play in football, as they call it in your country, and mostly around the world? And What made you decide that hockey was the path you were going to follow?
I play like the midfielder, like more like defensive midfielder. But yeah, I don't know. Like I probably was better in the hockey, and I felt it that way. So yeah, and also like the people around me helped me. Like Slovakia is more like hockey country, and like yeah, I don't know. I just love hockey more, but I also love the soccer. I love watching the game. So yeah. They're my two favorite sports. So.
Who do you cheer for in football?
Manchester United.
No, they've come back a little bit this year.
Yeah, Red Devils. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't easy the last couple of years, but yeah, they're looking better.
All right, well, thanks very much for your time. You're looking better. Good luck on the ice and off the ice. Shimon Nemitz, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Shimon Nemitz joining us on the Devils Intermission Report presented by Citizens Bank. We'll have more after this from Denver on the Devils Hockey Network.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe. When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick. Just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC. In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
This is Paul Cotter. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here in Denver, Colorado, we're at Ball Arena, the home of the Colorado Avalanche. After one, the home team leads by a score of 2-0. Martin Necas and Zakhar Bardakov with the goals for Necas' 7th of the season, a power play goal at 1:24. At 3:49, Bardakov scores his first National Hockey League goal. And during the break here, they did an interview with Parker Kelly, who set up Bardakov's goal, and Kelly mentioned that Bardakov's parents have made the trip to watch their son play. Bardakov grew up in a town, Bertsk, B-E-R-T-S-K, Russia. At any rate, so he gave them something to cheer about. Not only is their son playing in the NHL, but he scores a goal for mom and dad who have come over to watch him play. Busy night in the National Hockey League. Every team is playing. Let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard. It's presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Philadelphia looked like they had won the game in overtime against Pittsburgh, but the Penguins challenged the call for offside, and the challenge was upheld. So the rest of the overtime, and it was only down to, it was a power play, 2-4-3 for Philadelphia. It was down to about 30 seconds. It ran out. They went to a shootout, and the Flyers won by a score of 3-2. So I guess they got the outcome they deserved. Although, boy, they were badly offside on the play. Toronto defeats Calgary by a score of 4-3. 2 goals for Max Domi, 2 for Matthew Nyes in the win. It was Vegas doubling up Carolina by a score of 6-3. Andrei Svechnikov finally scored for Carolina's first goal of the season, but not enough. Pavel Dorofeev, who, I mean, people who follow the sport know who he is. He had 2 goals today, 9 now on the season. A underrated, though, and under the radar scorer for Vegas, but last year he was brilliant, and people will know him around the league certainly soon enough. And I'm talking more about the fans. You know, Vegas, one of those premier teams, but
they get lost a little bit, and there's some other stars, Jack Eichel and company, but Dorofeev does not take a back seat to anybody on that team. 9 goals on the season. Vegas wins 6-3. In overtime, it was Columbus defeating Buffalo by a score of 4-3. Miles Wood scored twice, the former Devil. He had been out since the Devils played Columbus back on the 13th. He got high-sticked, drew some blood, and hadn't been in the lineup since. Anyway, he returned, scores twice, and he scored the overtime game-winning goal after tying it in the third for Columbus. Anaheim wins in a shootout tonight, 3-2 over the Florida Panthers. And the Islanders jumped out to an early 2-0 lead on goals by Bo Horvat and Kyle Palmieri, but the Bruins came roaring back. It's been a rough year, to say the least, for Boston. They got off to a great start, won their first 3 games, and they haven't really been able to find much winning since. But that's their 5th win of the year. They're now 5-7-0 as they win by a score of 5-2. Elsewhere tonight in the National Hockey League, in the third, Tampa Bay has a 2-1 lead over Nashville. While in the third period in St. Paul, Minnesota, the game is tied at 2 between the Wild and the Winnipeg Jets. After 2 in St. Louis, the Blues, without Robert Thomas, their top center, but there's something amiss there defensively. They've allowed 4 goals to Detroit in the first 40 minutes, and the Blues trail by a score of 4-1. Maybe all those years of drafting and developing finally paying off for Detroit. They've been waiting a long time there in the Motor City. Dallas has a 1-0 lead in the second at home over Washington. Tyler Seguin with his 3rd of the season. Chicago jumped out to a 3-0 lead at home over Ottawa, but now in the second, they're holding on. They lead by a score of 4-3 over the Senators. Utah is in Edmonton. They have a 1-0 lead over the Oilers. 7 straight wins for the Mammoth, who sit in first place in the Central Division out west. Logan Cooley with his 8th of the season for Utah. It's 1-0 in the first. And later on tonight, coming up in just a bit, the Rangers are in Vancouver. Montreal at the bottom of the hour will be in Seattle to take on the Kraken, and the San Jose Sharks play host to the LA Kings. Here, the Devils trail by a score of 2-0 after 1 period of play. Sign up today for Devils Alerts to receive mobile and email alerts for tickets and offers, pre-sales, promotions, news, events, surveys, and more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Devils Alert. Chico and I will be back for the start of the second period after this timeout. Devils trying to rally from this 2-0 deficit. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Every hockey player knows the secret to becoming a great skater is time on the ice. But rink time? It's tough to get, expensive, and so inconvenient. This winter, what if your kids could skate anytime they want, right in your own backyard? With Yard Rink, they can. In about an hour, you can transform your yard into an amazing outdoor rink. It's easy to set up and plays like a professional rink. Watch their hockey skills explode to the next level while they're having the time of their lives. Even Yard Rink ambassador Wayne Gretzky says he wishes he had a yard rink when he was a kid. Order today at yardrink.com and save hundreds by using code RADIO21. Nearly 300 sizes are available, starting at just $9.99. Plus, get 2 puck retention nets and your favorite NHL team logos free. That's YARDRINK.com. And save 21% by using code RADIO21. Give your kids more fun-filled ice time and help their hockey dreams come true.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
This is Jack Hughes. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Teams are back out on the ice getting ready for the start of the second period. Devils trailing 2-0. Both goals coming in the first 4 minutes of the period for Colorado. Marty Necas and Zakar Bardakov. Bardakov's first NHL goal. Devils out shooting the Avalanche 16-12, and some tasty saves made by Scott Wedgwood. He's been the difference maker. Yeah, the 2 goals, obviously important too for Colorado, but it would be a different story if not for Wedgwood's strength in goal. 3 shots for Stefan Nason, 3 for Nico Hischier, a pair of shots for Andre Palat and Seamus Casey. On the Colorado side of their 12 shots, 2 came from Victor Olofsson, 2 from Ross Colton, 2 from Cale Makar. Devils 0 for 1 on the power play in the first. Colorado 1 for 2 with the man advantage as we get ready for the start of period number 2. Jacob Markstrom in the goal to our right, returning to the Devils lineup for the first time since early or mid part of October. Has missed the last 6 games, the lower body injury, and Wedgwood in the goal to our left for Colorado as the puck is dropped and we are underway in the second. Dougie Hamilton tosses it to the blue line. Manson sweeps it clear, and icing is the call. Calling all students, sign up and receive exclusive access to discounted Devils tickets all season long using your .edu email address. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/studentrush to sign up today. Luke Hughes out there with Dougie Hamilton. Again, no Brett Pesce. He'll be gone for a bit, 4 to 6 weeks or so as he recovers from that upper body injury. Suffered a hand injury against Colorado on Sunday, and off the draw, it's Colorado coming across the line, and ringing it off the post from the far side was Ross Colton. The New Jersey kid would have loved that. Here come the Devils on a 3-on-2 the other way. It's Brett, comes to Jack Hughes, puck hops off his stick, and it's taken by Burns, and they outlet it to center ice. Now Colton again with a drive. That's his 4th shot on goal, save made by Wedgwood.
Well, you think he's a little fired up a little more when they're playing his home state. Mm-hmm. He's had a good game. It's interesting there. Luke's really trying hard. He tried too hard. Had it inside the blue line, Matt. He should have just dumped it down, but he tried to beat the guy. Anyway, he loses it, but Jack is backing him up. And so it's a 2-on-2, but that shot hit the post. If that goal had gone in, it would have been disastrous. But, you know, I know Luke wants to do it. He's desperate to do it, but you got to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make a mistake in this league, and they're so good, they oftentimes make you pay.
Isn't that the truth?
Lamico chased out of the face-off circle. It'll be Connor Brown to take the draw against Nathan McKinnon. Puck loose in the circle, bounces off a skate, now taken by Gritsu. Arseniy Gritsu dumps and gives chase, slowed down by Taves, picks up the puck in the corner, tried to center, it was blocked away, and Natchez will outlet. Marty Natchez, one of 9 future Olympians on the ice tonight who will be playing in February. We'll give you the other guys in a moment. And we'll give you the quiz question coming up in just a bit, too. Natchez already named to the Czechia team.
And why not, right? Like, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Colorado rolls it in. Here's McKinnon sweeping it to the left wing side. Natchez there. He's an unrestricted free agent. He will command a big contract. Now Makar gets by Connor. Sanders! And it was in the crease, but not put home. Lehkonen had a great chance. Was it Wedgwood or a teammate who got a piece of that? Oh, my. Now it's Natchez again. Far circle in deep behind the net. Plays it off the back of the net to himself. Now goes cross ice and his pass picked off and cleared by Connor Brown.
Well, if that had been tape to tape, it's 3-0, but it was in the skates of the Colorado Avalanche player, Matt. And, you know, that split second, that's the difference in scoring or not.
It was Lehkonen, and he just got a piece of it, and it was Markstrom who was able to dive into the crease and clear it away. So it stays 2-0. Malinsky with it. Risha tip, and that goes high in the air. Lands behind the net. Landeskog tries to work it free, but Casey takes over, and now the Devils will skate out. Nason lifts one on net. Blocker to the corner by Wedgwood. Now a free puck for the Colorado Avalanche. Up ahead it goes, moving in with a shot, and he scores! And it's Victor Olofsson making it 3-0.
Oh, my, Matty. Well, Devils pinched. You know, they're down 2-0. Getting a little risky, so Stephon Nason is a defenseman on that side, and that's not a comfort zone for him at all. And then Olofsson, who can score on the power play, a lot right from where he shot it, Matty. He'd set up on the right side, but he takes it, and these guys are so good. So he's just stick handling at normal speed. And then it's a quick stick handle, boom, right up over the blocker. That's what Jack does that. They try to lure you by just moving the puck. Okay, that's what he's going to keep doing. Then it's that quick boom, boom, and up over. But again, the Devils got caught. Defenseman trapped. Remember, I just talked about Luke Hughes being back, and they almost scored.
Oh, here's a puck up off the end wall, and a shot by Brindley is stopped by Jacob Markstrom. Now a shot deflects out of play, and we'll have a face-off. Continue your thoughts, sir.
Well, no, it's just that when you see it happening, like 2 times, 2 different shifts where the D's caught, and a forward in a tough spot's got to be defenseman. That's not going to be good, and that's what the Avs were looking for. It's interesting. The Devils, I don't know. They were at 16 shots in the first period. We'll see what happens here. The Avs are coming on, but and I get it. That's why the Devils are maybe taking some chances, Matty. But I don't think it works necessarily. The puck goes out of play on a deflection by Hamilton. You know what I mean? It's like you say, stay in the structure. You always hear that. Play in the structure. Don't get risky and try to take chances. It's Brendan Dillon up pinching, but there you see. Oh, what a shot, though. But that's Olofsson.
Yeah.
He's not a great 5-on-5 player, man. Nope. But that guy, if the puck's in a scoring position, he knows where to put it. And that's exactly what he did there, up over the blocker of Jacob Markstrom.
15 goals last year for Vegas. That is his first goal with his new club, the Colorado Avalanche. And they extend their lead to 3-0. Jack Ashawn with the assist, and here comes Jack Hughes across the line in the far circle. Steps on the brakes. It was poked away by Taves, and now backhanded through the crease by Jesper Bratt. Well, the Devils have the speed, and they've been able to get shots on goal, as we've talked about, and Wedgwood's been good. So it's easy enough to say, we'll just keep at it. But then I think about some games that have been played around the league, not just today, but recently. St. Louis had a 4-0 lead at home against Detroit. They lost that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I don't know what a safe lead is.
Yeah.
Well, remember St. Louis in Detroit, too. What that's what you're talking about. A 4-goal lead wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So what is enough? I don't know.
7. I think I've decided 7 is enough.
I'm with you, Matty. If the team goes up 7, they're going to win.
Puck in the corner. Nichushkin has it taken away by Casey. Devils try to spring free. It does come loose. Lamico will take it across the line. He's in deep with a shot saved by Wedgwood, who came way out to stop it.
Oh, Matty. Like, you're going to be doing my work now. I mean, he could do the color when he looks at the goalie, but you've
taught me well.
But you're right. Like, this is a one-on-one. If you're Wedgie, don't stay back in the net. Well, there's going to be no pass. Look at both of his pads outside the crease. And that's reading the game. That's goalie sense, just like you have defensive sense or hockey sense. So the Devils are going to, what really is hurting them is those scrambles, especially in the first period, Matty. None of them would find the back of the net or get across the goal line, and that really has come back to hurt them.
Lamico playing his first game as a Devil, first game in North America since 2022, as a long-range shot from the blue line is stopped by Wedgwood. He was playing for Vancouver at that time, his last years in the NHL, went through the 21-22 season.
And I think at 29, why not?
Yeah. See
if you could catch something. A lot of players, not a lot of players, but some players don't really mature the offense until they get 28, 29.
Hamilton off the draw, to the corner it goes. Jack spins away from Manson. Manson recovers. Puck to the blue line. Hamilton with a blast save made by Wedgwood. A wraparound try by Jack is denied. Puck is loose. It's underneath Wedgwood, who had some help in the crease, and will have a face-off. Oh, my, what a play.
Well, it's coming, if you're looking at the net, it's coming from the right side. He makes the save. But you know who's behind the line? Jack Hughes. Now he's going to go around and try to wrap it. And Wedgwood dives. Who else dives? Drury dives. You know what happens? Jack is trying to do it fast. He didn't do anything wrong. But watch, man, he doesn't really get to wrap it because he can't get out in front. And Manson's all over him from behind, so he throws it in the crease, hoping there's a Devil there, but no, it's all Avalanche. And it wasn't an avalanche of players. It was 1, 2, 3, 4 of them counting the goalie.
Yeah. Nico Hischier was there, too. Couldn't get the puck underneath Wedgwood, who was sprawled and was actually face down on the ice. It wasn't prime save position for Wedgwood.
No, and he got there a little late. By the time that Nico got there, puck wasn't anywhere that could have been chipped in.
So it remains 3-0 Colorado. Bunch of what-ifs for the Devils as Colton fans on the pass, but the puck rolls off of Jack's stick as he tried to exit the zone. So Colorado keeps it in the Devils' end. Nichushkin checked by Luke. Devils in control. Jack across the line for Hischier. Hischier spins, far circle still with it. Double teamed. Puck loose. Nico keeps it alive to the corner. Goes for Meyer. So it's Hischier, Hughes, and Meyer out there. And listen, why not?
Well, they're down 3-0, and, you know, that's what Sheldon Keefe likes to do. He likes to do some of that. He's done it a number of times. You can eat some goals.
Meyer in deep, can't get a shot off. Watched by Taves. Sweeps one in front, it deflects free, and cleared McCarr to the near wall. 14:24 to go in the second. Colorado leads 3-0. Matt Loughlin along with Chico Resch. Thanks for your company along the Devils Hockey Network. We're joined here in the booth by Jesse Trujillo, our engineer. Here's a shot saved by Markstrom. That was Malinsky, who's been a presence tonight.
He has had a terrific game, and Markstrom's going to keep battling. That's a good save there. Oh,
puck in front, poked at by Markstrom, makes a save. There's a glove on the ice, and we got a penalty coming up.
Devils?
It's going to be a cross-check on Stefan Nason.
Well,
New Jersey number 11, minor penalty for cross-checking.
Well, you know, whenever, Matty, there's a scramble that continues, right? Call it chaos or whatever, and that continued for a while. When you're a defender, you're saying, I got to do something demonstrative here. And, you know, Nason tried to do that, and he got a little too aggressive and laid that lumber across the back of one of the Avalanche. So, Avalanche will go on the power play. They're already leading 3-0, 13:58 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park. In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now, only on Prime Video.
This is Luke Hughes. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Here's the quiz question for tonight. Can you name the youngest goaltender in franchise history who won their first game with the Devils? We'll have the answer later on in the period. Now, it's a goalie question, Chico.
Yeah, Chico Resch. Oh, no. That wouldn't be him.
Off the draw, power play for Colorado. Nason off for a cross-check at 6:02. Colorado leading 3-0. Oh, it's going to be a 5-on-3. Nathan McKinnon was tripped up by Dougie Hamilton, and things go a little more, or become a little more dire for the Devils.
Okay, Nathan McKinnon has it down low, below the circle. He's trying to pass it into the crease. And Dougie Hamilton gets his leg down beautifully, stops the pass, but then McKinnon's going to chase the loose puck. Dougie's stick goes between the legs of McKinnon, but he actually let his stick go. But it wasn't quick enough. I don't know. Is that I guess it is a penalty. But now, Matty, I think this is a big turning point, don't you?
Yeah, it's huge. It is huge. A minute 49 of 5-on-3. Hamilton and Nason in the box. Colorado controls the draw. Here's McCaw. To the corner for Nelson. Opposite corner to McKinnon. McKinnon banks one to Nelson. Devils have Siegenthaler, Dillon, and Heischer out there. Here's Nelson. Between the circles, McCarr's shot went off of Nichushkin and wide. Now McCarr again. For Brock Nelson. Now on to Olofsson to Nelson in the near side corner. Far side for McKinnon. Steps out. Top of the left circle. Now toward the blue line. Gives it off. Olofsson's blast is off the glass. Minute 11 to kill. 5-on-3. Another drive glove save by Markstrom. As this time he snares McCarr's drive.
Well, as you can imagine, it's a 5-on-3 if you're looking at the net, right? So there's Avalanche on the left and the right. McCarr's in the middle. Well, McCarr doesn't want to shoot it, but the guys on the side, Matty, they don't just want to snap it. They want a one-timer where they can catch the goalie by surprise with the blast. And I thought that was going to happen, but what a glove save by Markstrom.
Glendening out there now with Luke Hughes and Brendan Dillon. Here's another one-timer, and that's off a stick and off the glass. McKinnon with the chance. Now McKinnon again, another one-timer. He scores. A power play goal is 4-0.
Well, just as I was describing, I hope you got it, folks. It's a triangle. McCarr is up top, and he's feeding left or right. And he's done both. So he fed it left, and Nathan McKinnon shot him up over the net. But the Devils with three guys are in no position to get to the loose bucket, right? The loose puck. So it goes to the middle again. And this time they gave it to McKinnon. He said, I'm going to get it lower. And he shoots it through, right through Markstrom. But in all honesty, Matty, Markstrom's on the left. He's watching McCarr. And then when he's got to move, you're not like a robot where you're all tight. You know, your arm's going to be a little flared out. And he's going across. Puck hit him right on the left elbow and went in.
So the power play goal, the second of the night for Colorado, boosts the lead to 4-0. They still have a power play. 50 seconds left in the Hamilton minor. That goal was a 5-on-3 goal by the Avalanche. So things breaking open here in the second period for Colorado. They led 2-0 early in the first. They've added two more here. Devon Taves out high. Gets it back from Brindley. Taves comes cross ice. It goes off the stick of Brock Nelson. Chipped ahead by Mercer. And now it's Nelson diving to clear the puck away. Here comes Colorado. Back across Brindley. Now for Landeskog. He goes cross ice. It's off the stick. Poked away in front by the Devils' Jacob Markstrom. And it's clear to center ice.
So Brindley is Seamus Casey's buddy, right? They go way back. They're really close. I said, he's playing fourth line. I said, does he have anything? He's not playing in key offensive situations, but he's really good. Well, he's playing on this power play as we get an icing call on the Avs, and he almost scored. But, you know, it's a good problem to have, right? If he really has some nice skills, but he's got no place to use them, what are you going to do? And then we just saw, Markstrom, I talked to Wedgwood. It makes goaltending difficult now, Matty. Sometimes you got to move 15 times across, back and forth, and they don't take a shot. But you got to move. Yeah. He said there's so much movement that a shot isn't taking. It can tire you out. Uh-oh.
Here comes Colorado. Breakaway. Kelly moves in, backhand scores. He got free. There was a breakdown somewhere, and Parker Kelly makes it 5-0.
Well, let's see. It's Hughes and Casey on this. One of them get caught. And I don't know that I would change goalies. If Markstrom's okay, they're here again. James Casey coming across, not realizing the far side is wide open. You know, he's taking the left side, but Luke Hughes has got caught up. Oh, and Kelly fakes it. Really a smart play. Oh, yeah. There again, Jack was supposed to be the third guy high, but he got caught just a little bit in the zone. And, you know, the Devils now, I don't know, what do you do, Matty? You just say, let's not give up anymore? I don't know that they can score 6, but try to protect the goalie and just don't give up anymore. But, boy, the Avalanche getting a lot of scoring from their third and fourth line.
Here they come again, but offside is called on Colorado. I mean, I agree. Keep Markstrom in there. And now you're really building for Thursday against San Jose at this point.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Let's call it what it is. You know, I mean, it's going to be difficult. And Kelly, who had one goal, but, I mean, that was a nifty one because he comes in, left-handed shot, you guys, and he's coming down, straight down, breakaway, fakes. And, you know, Markey wants to not go way back the goal line, and so he stands out there, and then Kelly fakes it and then goes to his backhand and lifts it up. Nice goal.
So Colorado leads 5-0. Here's a shot that's fought off by Markstrom. Malinsky looking to make it an even half dozen, but now Gritsuk dumps it up ahead a little too far for Connor Brown. I don't want to say you could see this kind of game coming, but we were talking about it after this morning's skate. I mean, it didn't set up necessarily as there's no guarantee icing on the Devils, but it set up as a tough game. Colorado not happy. They had won in 5 games. They lost on Sunday. Devils without Pesci.
No, that's true. It's only half the game gone, Matty. But here's what we got to look at. Okay, Markey hasn't played, and I said, let's protect him. And the poor guy goes out to play the puck. He shoots it over the glass. You don't want to start against Colorado in their home rink a man short. Nobody's fault, but scoring on that first power play, Matty, really set the tempo. Now they've got 5, and we're not even halfway through the game.
That was 124 in. Marty Necas with his 7th of the season. And then they scored 2 minutes and 25 seconds later on a breakdown. And Zakhar Bardakov made it 2-0, and now 3 here in the second.
Let's go with that. Okay, bad luck on the first goal.
Okay.
Second one, bad breakdown. You can't do both and beat a good team like Colorado. You just can't.
And then a 5-on-3 power play by McKinnon. And a breakdown on the 5th goal as the Devils score. It's Stefan Nason retrieving a loose puck. And he puts it over the shoulder of Scott Wedgwood, who will not have his 3rd career shutout against the Devils. And the Devils are making some noise.
Well, you know, they're forechecking that line, and then the puck comes, and it's between the dot and the inside of the circle, right? And it just sits there. And Nason's going to go out, but, Steph leans. Right-handed shot goes up over the glove, and we don't know what that means. All I know to Stefan Nason, it means a lot, Matty, just to get that goal. And he's coming back off injury to feel good, and that line, a good job on the forecheck.
His first goal of the season, just returning to the lineup, and the Devils are on the board. 5-1 is the score. You never say never.
No.
The Heischer line out there. It's Heischer, Meyer, and now Mercer. That's how it started. Jack Hughes took a couple of shifts up there in this period. Here's Malinsky in his own end.
And here's the other thing, Matt, you never say never, but what did you just say? Now it's time to start building for San Jose.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to do it.
Casey has his pass intercepted. Numbers for Colorado the other way. Nelson with a shot saved by Markstrom.
Yeah. Good save. 3-on-1. But again, Markey's playing the shot. We're going to have a timeout. And, you know, Brock Nelson's having a tough go. Got 2 goals, but just doesn't seem to be at the level he was. Not so much last year and with the Islanders, but, you know, from 4 or 5 years ago. Anyway, Devils, hey, Maddie, half the game to go. They only got to score 4 goals. Let's go with that. Anyway.
Love your optimism.
That's optimistic. 9:25 to go, 5-1 Avs lead. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick. Just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
This is Brian Hallinan, and you're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is brought to you by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. All 32 teams in action in the NHL tonight. Tampa Bay over Nashville 5-2. Boston beat the Islanders by the same score. Shootout win for Anaheim over Florida. Overtime win for Columbus over Buffalo. Shootout victory for Philly over Pittsburgh. Toronto beat Calgary 4-3. Vegas for the 6-3 win over Carolina. Dallas leads Washington after 2 at home. And the Rangers taking on the Vancouver Canucks, and they're scoreless late in the first in Vancouver. Here the Devils are trailing 5-1, but they just got on the board. Stefan Neeson's first of the season. Paul Cotter picked up the primary assist. Puck loose. Devils would be offside if they play it, so Colorado in control. Natchez at center ice. Across the line. Devils starting a 4-game road trip tonight. Puck taken away as Natchez is knocked down and the Devils clear. Thursday we're in San Jose. Saturday LA. Sunday Anaheim. Devils back home November 6th, a week from Thursday against Montreal. Here's Jack Hughes across the line. Lays it off. Shot off a stick. Breaking the stick is Luke Hughes. Now Hamilton with a shot. That's knocked down. It's loose. They score. Dougie Hamilton retrieved that loose puck, tapped it home. And here come the Devils starting a comeback. It's 5-2.
And he's smiling. Here's what's neat. He's on the left point, folks. The pass comes from down low. So, again, he's staying out of traffic so well, Matty. So he shoots it. Good save by Wedgwood. But the puck bounces down. I don't know if it hit an Av. How does that rebound come? We talk about breaks. No, it goes up over the right arm of Wedgwood. He makes a good save. No, or maybe hit the pants of Palat. Anyway, so Dougie shot it. He's right down the center. Now he starts to fade to his left, going to the back door. And if all of a sudden the puck in the air doesn't bounce down right where he is, and he hammers it home. But puck luck, we were talking about it, Matty. It's happened on the last 2 goals.
So now it's the worst goal or worst lead in hockey. 3 goals for Colorado, icing on the Devils, and lots of time to be played. 8:03 to go in the second, and it's 5-2.
Do you really think it's a worse?
I don't,
no,
but
kidding.
we like to see.
I know, but then you think it was worse than it was 5-0? 5-3's worse, but I know what you mean. We're laughing. We always will. Stan Fischler loved to say that. I'll live with that. But this is a good sign, because you know what? There's 8 minutes left here in the second. It's not like the game's almost over.
Nope. Plenty of time left, and it's only natural that Colorado might sag a little bit after taking the lead. Here's Hamilton as the Devils come across the line. A shot gloved by Wedgwood from Connor Brown. Will have a face-off. Well, that's the Devils' 22nd shot, unofficially 23 for Colorado. And you look at the score, you say, boy, the Devils getting blown out. And yes, on the scoreboard. But that first period was a lot tighter than a 2-0 deficit.
They just scored on a break, on a bounce. If they had gotten one even in the first, Matt, they had lots of opportunities, scrambles, puck hitting players, the goalie. Nothing came to them. And here, Dougie Hamilton's going behind the net, and the puck doesn't appear just when he needed it to.
Hamilton's 4th goal of the season. Now Meyer with a shot that hits someone or something in front, and then it deflected out of play. Bodies down in front of Scott Wedgwood, including Dawson Mercer and Nico Hischier.
Well, you know, they're driving the net now. Devils are piling it up. That's a glove save by Wedgwood without a stick. And I got to say, Devils are shooting and they're crashing the net. Not a bad combination.
Putting pressure on Scott Wedgwood as he gets the starting goal for Colorado. Avalanche win the draw and lift it clear. Casey spinning away from Brock Nelson. Seamus Casey, first game for the Devils this season. Was injured in the preseason. Finally came back, got a one-game conditioning stint. Probably would have stayed in Utica, but the injury to Brett Pesce bringing Seamus to the big club. Here's Nichushkin. Drops it off. Shot glove save by Markstrom on Lekkonen's try. 7:06 to go in the second. And now it's Nichushkin and Dillon, or Nelson and Dillon, with Nichushkin there as well.
Well, you know, Matt, you're up 5-0. Don't you think? It's just kind of human nature. I don't want to say you take the foot off the pedal, you sag a little bit, you lose a little bit of whatever, but I think you do. And then if you get a couple quick goals against you, now this is a whole new one. And the next goal is going to be huge.
It will be a big one indeed. You know, Casey had been jabbed at by Nelson. That's what caused Dillon to come over and talk to Mr. Nelson, who's got a little hockey royalty in his blood. The Christian family that was so noteworthy in hockey from northern Minnesota, Olympic hockey. Those are his uncles and cousins as the puck comes free and into the Colorado wing. We're going to get to our quiz question in a moment. We gave you the question. We'll get to the answer more accurately. Here's Lekkonen offside. Well, it's perfect.
But before you get to it, here's what I want to say. I was wondering, but another quiz from somebody else said, who was the last Quebec Nordique to score a goal? Sergei Nemchinov.
Chimo.
Yeah, so that's another quiz. I don't know if you got an answer to ours or not, if you want to give it now.
An ex-Devil, Sergei Nemchinov. In fact, an ex-Devil, an ex-Ranger, an ex-Islander.
Yeah, that's right.
He had the Triple Crown. Yeah. So we wanted to know the youngest goaltender in franchise history to win his first game. That's your good friend, Craig Billington.
Oh, that is great.
19 years, 45 days.
Really?
Of age when he won. Back on October 26th of 1985. Here's Cale Makar with a chance. His shot off the stick of Meyer. Devils in control. Meyer to center ice with Taves back. Now Meyer pushes it ahead to Nemitz. Nemitz has it taken away by Meyer. Centers. Here's a pass in front. They score. Meyer takes it away from Nemitz. And then they go tic-tac-toe. Dawson Mercer makes this 5-3.
Oh, and there's a rumbling in the crowd. It's a little dump in. Simon Nemitz again helps with the puck. Gives it to Meyer. And then it goes to Mercer. Then he goes to the left. Right, he goes to Nico Hischier, but Hischier's not going to shoot. Because after he got the puck from Mercer, he said Mercer's going to the back door. And he's wide open. There are 2 goals by the Devils recently that making it 5-3. But, Matty, they're backdoor goals. Like, they're just tapping. And the Avalanche are really
reeling just a little bit as Mercer scores his 4th goal of the season. And a day after his 24th birthday, he gives the Devils even more life. Well, here come the Devils skating out. Bratt gets it ahead. Jack Hughes across the line. Drops it off for Bratt. Moves it back to Jack. He scores! Jack Hughes taking the pass and burying it, and it's 5-4.
I mean, here's what's weird. Remember we said they got to get some puck luck and breaks. Manson is going up inside the Devils zone. He falls down. So then it is a 3-on-2, but here's a great play. So Jack's going to get down deep to your right, guys, but then he's going to throw it to Bratt, and then everybody's going to leave Hughes and go to Bratt. So what'll Bratt do? Bratt gives it back to Hughes, and he's got the layup. And Sean also made a mistake. You know, Matty, usually I say it has to be 2 mistakes. Manson falling, Sean going at the wrong guy, panicking. You know, I'm always saying to the D, the goalie's got him. Don't go rushing at Bratt. But Sean did, so he's okay. I'll just give it back to Jack, and he'll have a layup.
So Jack, with his 9th goal of the season, leads the team. Meyer trips up an Avalanche, and so there'll be a power play coming up as Bardakov was tripped up at the Devils blue line. 6 skaters on. Well, now the challenge will be to keep the puck out of the back of the net and keep the momentum going. But once there's a touch-up, if there's a touch-up, there'll be a Colorado power play. Here is the touch-up, and it'll be Meyer going off.
Well, this isn't the best case scenario, but it is what it is.
Jersey number 28, minor penalty tripping.
Devils have fought back. It's now 5-4 after being 5-0. And speaking of 5:06 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search playstar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
This is Shimon Nimitz. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Rangers lead 1-0 after 1 over Vancouver. Mika Zibanejad with his 4th. The Islanders lost earlier tonight to Boston 5-2. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. But a critical moment here. The Devils have gotten back into this. They have scored 4 unanswered. It's 5-4 Colorado, but the Devils down a man, Chico.
Yeah. Good news is, Avalanche have had trouble at home. Last game against Carolina, they gave up, 4? Mm-hmm. Tonight they've given up 4. That's 8. So, Devils, why not get a couple more? How about a shorty?
Colorado with success on the power play in this game. They have 2 power play goals. This is their 5th. Here's a drive. They score. Nathan McKinnon, top of the far circle. Colorado takes a 2-goal lead at 6-4.
You know, folks, I just want to say, he's setting up on the left side. I know I told you that. McCarr gets it, and he's the quarterback. He can go left, he can go right, and it'll be a one-timer. Nate just can blast it from the other side. But you know what also helps, Matty, is McCarr is such a good passer. He lays that between the feet. It's got to be between the feet of the one-timer. And that one goes upstairs. And poor Markey, it looks like, come on. But, Matt, the velocity of McKinnon's shots, it's not like the average guy ripping them. It's not. And people got to understand, it looks like it from this level, but it's not.
So the third power play goal of the night for Colorado. They get a little momentum back as the goal comes at 15:24 the second, and they now have a 2-goal lead. So they scored the first 5, including 3 here in the second. Devils score the next 4.
And then the penalty, Matty, it's just inside. Oh.
Take away by Brindley. He moves in deep, skates behind the net, comes out the other side, fires it in front. What a save by Markstrom. Oh, he was down on the ice, and he was able to rob Bardakov.
All right. Woo. Seamus Casey, he's convinced me. Brindley has some skill. Not very big, much like Seamus Casey, but boy, he was good on that shift.
Yeah, Brindley listed at 5'8", 173 pounds, but as the puck now gets deflected out of play, we'll have a face-off in Colorado's end. Well, you could, but you couldn't give up a goal then.
No. Oh, right in front. Brindley can't score. But, you know, here again, the Devils come back, and somebody's going to get criticized because that penalty was taken where they just scored. But extenuating circumstances, you don't want to take a penalty at the blue line where it's not preventing anything. If a guy's all alone, yeah, take a hooking call, but not there. But, you know, I just can't imagine. I'm always thinking goalies. Markey's battling, he's trying. You know, one goes blasting through his arm, then the next one, McKinnon shoots it over his left shoulder, and the referees and that are discussing what, Matthew?
Don't know. I wish I did.
Yeah, I didn't see
By the way, going back to the quiz question, the reason we asked that one, Kyle McKenna came up with it. There is a Colorado connection. Billington played here in Colorado. So, yeah, he's the youngest to win his first game in Devils history in goal, but he also played here.
Point. Back up to Patrick Waugh. He was the goalie coach, then he was the GM down on their farm team. And then, you know what, Matty, and I respect him, he just said, I've had enough hockey. He walked away, and he's living in Toronto.
Good for the Biller.
The Biller. And I want to just tell you, Biller lived with me when he got that first win. And people, you know, teams did that. Oh, yeah, teams started to do that where they'd have the young guy live with a veteran, right?
Yep.
But Dougie Carpenter says, no, he's got to move out. I still remember it. And I thought, what's he doing at our house that you got to have him move out? I mean, Mario Lemieux lived with, I forget, he lived with the young guy, maybe Cry, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, it was a different time.
Marks, he didn't. He might have touched that puck outside the trapezoid. It was close.
You are right.
I think he actually did. I just think the referee wasn't in position because the puck had been flipped around and he was racing to get back there. Anyway, here comes Natchez across the line. Backhands to Lehkonen, gives it off. One-timer by McKinnon, and he's denied.
Another one-timer from that same side. That would have been 3 goals. But just, you know how we say, Matty, it's not one game. And that's what you think. Even this period has been 2 games, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the Devils had their momentum rush and scored 4, and then a couple more by the Avalanche, or 1 more on the power play. It's, well, all we know, Matty, and we like it this way, it's unpredictable, right?
Oh, yeah. And listen, when it was 5-0, we were saying, well, just play better the rest of the way, get your game ready for San Jose, keep Markey in there. And one thing we do know, they have to stay out of the penalty box. 3 power play goals tonight for Colorado. Off the draw, Devils.
Dougie Hamilton. Dougie with it along the hash marks far side. Now in the corner. Works it to the near side. Colorado works it loose, and now it's McKinnon. Firing it up ahead. Natchez for McKinnon. Cuts to his right. He's in deep. He centers. It goes all the way through. Lekkinen was the intended recipient.
And if it hit his stick, it's in the net.
Yeah, Luke Hughes' stick was trying to defend. He wound up getting caught up in Jacob Markstrom.
But if it's tape to tape, you look at here, Matty, this is a goal. But these are the kind of... Oh, it hit a stick.
Connor Brown.
Brown deflected it. What a terrific play. Oh, boy. And, you need those kind of defensive plays, right? Against both teams that have a lot of skill, and they're going all offense. Both squads. It's like, let's just go and score more and more.
If you just join Colorado after one, they extended to 5-0. Not quite halfway through the second period. Then the Devils come roaring back. They score 4 goals in 4 minutes and 4 seconds. But a power play goal by Colorado makes it 6-4. Sets up for a pretty enticing third period, I'd say.
Yes.
1:57 still be played here in the second. Stay with us for the Citizens Intermission Report. Here's a shot that goes off the post. Oh, that was a shot from the blue line. Well, we've had a couple of those, too.
We have, I think, 3. 2 against Marksy and 1 against Wedgwood. But
part of the game.
Yep. All they are big clangs. Uh-oh.
Now Colorado across, and deep is Raw. Colton, he goes cross ice for Nelson. They don't connect.
Because Brendan Dillon's not falling for that. That's what I'm talking about. Brendan Dillon says, I can't do anything about the shot, but I can do something about the pass. And you just wish most team would recognize that. It's hard, but he took the wide open guy in the back door, and the goal wasn't even close.
Here's a chance, moving in is Nimitz, is in deep, can't get a shot off, but a slashing penalty coming up on Manson, and the Devils will have a power play late in the second period.
Good play by Nimitz. You did a nice interview with him, and besides everything else, he's playing good. You know what else was good? His
Colorado number 42, minor penalty, slashing.
His English is getting better.
Yeah.
Now Manson is having a terrible night. I'm just saying, Matty. Oh, and it's too bad. He had Wedgwood beat. And that's what I say about Nimitz. It was nothing risky, but yet he gets a breakaway. That's what he's doing. That's so smart. Well, a minute to go. Let's see, Matty. The Devils can pot one here.
Who'd have thunk it?
I know.
And somewhere in this area, there are fans who left this game when it was 5-0, said, let me get a head start on my sleep for tomorrow. And they're like, we might have left a little too soon. Here's Brad for Jack. Centers! Heischer denied. Puck is loose. Still loose and finally cleared.
Beautiful little 3-way passing play down low. The Devils looking confident with the puck and the Avalanche end of the ice, and are they moving it?
Luke Hughes backhands in. It's settled behind the net by Wedgwood. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Now the puck to Luke, out high inside the blue line. Gives it to his brother. Wrists one to Brett. Brett skates out, slides it to Meyer, far circle. Now on to Luke with 18 to go. Devils with the man advantage, trailing 6-4 here in the second period. Now it's Jack for Meyer, the one-timer off the outside of the net. It's in the corner. McCarr whips it around and down. That should just about do it. Markstrom comes out to play it, and the seconds will tick off, and the period comes to an end.
And that's why I thought, Timo Meyer, why did you one-time it down low like that? It wasn't a really good chance, but he knew more than I did. He was playing the clock. He says, I've just got a couple seconds to get this shot away, and he let it go. And so, okay, not what the Devils wanted when the game started, but after it was 5-0, this really is what they want. There are only 2 goals with the whole period left, Matty. No big challenge. Well,
and they'll have a minute of power play time to start the third.
Yeah, there you go. And that good ice. Yeah.
You never know in sports. You just never know. 5-0, Devils somewhat left for dead. And then the comeback begins. Stefan Nason with a goal. and Dougie Hamilton, Dawson Mercer, Jack Hughes. And the Devils get within one, but a late goal by Colorado on the power play makes it 6-4. But here we are, Devils with a chance with 20 minutes to go. So it's time now for the Citizens Intermission Report. When we come back, you'll hear a discussion with Joe Benson, the Utica Comets play-by-play announcer, about what's going on down on the farm. I mean, they have struggled at the start, but we talk about the Comets, what lies ahead for them, some of Joe's observations about Jakob Malik, who bounced back off a terrible start with a brilliant performance. That and more when we come back for the Citizens Intermission Report. After 2 periods of play, it's Colorado 6, the Devils 4. And you're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
This is Connor Brown. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Welcome to the Citizens Intermission Report. I'm Matt Laughlin. We're spending time once again with Joe Benson, the play-by-play voice of the Utica Comets. And Joe, this is going to be a regular part of Devils hockey, and looking forward to digging into the Comets a little bit more. How are you so far in the early going? How are you handling some of the ups and downs? And there's been a few more downs, I trust, than ups from your perspective. How have things been for you?
Yeah, no, everything's been great, Matt. Like you said, the season's been a little bit frustrating here from a performance standpoint so far, but no complaints. The city of Utica has been awesome. The fan base, we've had great crowds for the home games that we've had. You know, we've had some good starts in some of these games, and I take it we'll probably get into this a little bit more as we go on here through this segment. But you know, a little bit of penalty trouble from the team through these first couple of games, and some things not clicking quite as much as I think people would have hoped, but just taking a little bit more time. And I think things are going to start gelling here, hopefully sooner rather than later. But away from off the ice, everything's going great. No complaints at all on that front.
Well, you referenced that a bit last week when we spoke, in that because Utica was down in New Jersey at camp and they broke a little late, and there were still some guys with the Devils or were banged up who were not available, and then players left, and I'm thinking of Nico Dawson came to the Devils, that Ryan Parent was looking forward to having some practice time finally and to work out some of those early rough patches. While the penalty issue remains a work in progress, what are some of the things that you've seen that having that practice time, having that familiarity with each other is starting to pay benefits?
Yeah, well, I think being on the road last weekend was helpful. The guys, take some time to get to know each other, spending more time, away from the rink, having team meals on the road, stuff like that. Longer bus trip. I know there's been a lot of work on the power play in practice, which seems to be coming along. We notched the power play goal on Saturday against Laval. I think transition has been okay. I think there's been pushback from teams in these games, and going back to that game against Toronto last Sunday, we had a great start, and we just unfortunately weren't able to sustain the pushback from Toronto in that game. And it just seems like it seems like there's been a lack of a full, 60-minute game from the guys so far in most of these contests to this point in the early season. So I think that's a work in progress, and I suspect that'll definitely come along here as we move along. Just a little bit slower start out of the gate, but I think practices have been good. And one of the other things, Matt, is it's been kind of like a college schedule here so far these first few weeks. No weeknight games, so I think it's a little bit of a different schedule than guys are usually used to mid-season when you're playing 3, sometimes 4 games a week. Now it's longer weeks of practices. We're playing pretty much just Friday, Saturdays. We played that Sunday game in Toronto obviously last weekend, but right now it's just kind of the Friday, Saturday games and a little bit of a different schedule. And I don't know if that's throwing guys off a little bit, but we will get the weeknight games mixed in here shortly. And, hopefully the guys can take advantage of this, increased practice time, leading up to these weekend games.
I want to ask you a little bit about Jakob Malik, who got off to that very rough start, but then bounced back even though in a loss. How did he look in that second start? Because even though it was on the losing side, it looked like he was tested and came through for the most part.
I think you're referring to the game on Friday. I think this past Friday against Syracuse, he was awesome. He was dynamite. He made 2 huge breakaway saves in the third period. His glove was on fire all night long. Very tough to beat. I think the first goal was just kind of a jam play in front. Second goal was a deflection, if I'm remembering correctly, and then the third was obviously an empty netter. So he only gave up 2 goals. He made 31 saves in the game, season high for him so far. Granted, he's only had 4 starts now, but no, he was dynamite on Friday night in Syracuse, and a great bounce back effort like you had alluded to. And you got to remember, these were his just first 3, now 4 pro starts in North America. He has some experience in the Finnish league, the past couple of years, but he's looked solid in these first few starts in North America and adjusting to the different style of play. And I think this is a kid that has a ton of potential. He did very well in the Prospects Challenge prior to Devils preseason camp rather. And I think we're going to see some great things from Jakob here this year.
Yeah, there are high hopes for his development, and he's still getting used to the North American life and also a North American rink. So it was good to see him have that great performance, even though it came in a loss. What about some of the guys who have stood out so far? Who have you liked, whether it's a veteran guy, I know Perron scored the other day, or whether it's some of the younger guys that Devils fans are looking at somewhere down the road, if not this year, next or the year after, will contribute?
Yeah, I think Angus Crookshank's been really fun to watch so far. That was a very anticipated pickup in the offseason here. He's the all-time leading scorer in Belleville Senators franchise history, and he was a Comets killer in his past with whenever he would play the Comets on Belleville. So he had 2 beautiful goals leading up to this past weekend against Rochester and Toronto. He's been really fun to watch. He's been playing center most of these games so far. I think Nathan Legare has been a fun guy to watch, kind of more of a heavy power forward, a guy with a lot of strength, big body. He picked up a goal last Sunday in Toronto. Ethan Edwards has been really fun to watch. He's got a ton of speed. He absolutely flies around on the ice. Sometimes you mistake him as a forward because he's all the way sometimes below the goal line in the offensive zone, forechecking or pinching down to keep plays alive. So I think those are 3 guys that have been very exciting so far, and guys that Devils fans I think could be excited about potentially seeing as well, particularly Edwards, because he's a younger guy. Finished at Michigan last season, joined the Comets for the last 10 games of the season. I know he was obviously present at Devils training camp this past fall, so I think that's one of the guys that Devils fans should definitely be excited about looking forward.
What lies ahead for the Comets?
So we'll be in Syracuse again this Friday, Halloween night, for the second Friday in a row, and then we're back home Saturday against Wilkes-Barre. So they're 7-0. They're doing very well this season so far, coming off a 3-2 overtime win against Charlotte on Saturday. I was talking to Johnny Gruden a little bit yesterday, Comets forward. He's going to be excited to play his old team. He was with Wilkes-Barre for a while, so they're coming in Saturday, so that should be a fun tilt. But it was a Chance to get back at Syracuse. Hopefully this Friday. We go there a total of 6 times this year. We play them 12 times total. So it's a team we're going to see a lot. It was a very competitive series last season. We took 7 of the 14 games, went 7-6-1. They're a stingy team. They shut us out here this past Friday. They shut us out 4 times last season. So it's, I think it's just a matter of getting off the schneid a little bit. Syracuse seems to have our number a little bit in terms of keeping those goal totals fairly low. So I know the guys are anxious to get back at it today and practice, have a good week, and hopefully pick up that first W here this weekend.
Well, Joe, looking forward to more of our conversation. Good luck to the Comets. Good luck to you. Hopefully that winning starts soon, and then it's onward and upward for the Utica Comets. Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it, Matt. Likewise.
Joe Benson, the Utica Comets play-by-play voice, our guest on the Citizens Intermission Report. We'll have more after this. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
An orthopedic surgeon can replace a damaged joint, but they can't replace time. For you, or for the person who has to drive you around. That's why you need a surgeon who's close to home. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we have the specialized care you need to get moving again. Do it right. Here. Visit rwjbh.org/ortho. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
This is Jake Allen. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, you're listening to the Citizens Intermission Report. An improbable, crazy game, but it's why we love sports. Colorado had a 5-0 lead at 8:39 of the second, but the Devils score 4 goals in less than 4 minutes to make it a 5-4 game before Colorado scores a power play goal from Nathan McKinnon, his second power play goal of the night, and it's 6-4 after 2. Devils Group tickets are on sale now. Access fan experience packages such as high five tunnels, photo on the ice, Zamboni rides, and much more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/groups today. The Devils goals coming from Stefan Nason, Dougie Hamilton, Dawson Mercer, and Jack Hughes. And it is 6-4 after 2. The Devils will begin the third period with a power play of 1:02 as Josh Manson is off for a slash. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Finals from earlier today on a day when everyone's in action. Detroit beat St. Louis 5-2 as Winnipeg in overtime over the Minnesota Wild 4-3. Tampa Bay downed Nashville 5-2. Boston beat the Islanders by that same 5-2 score. In a shootout, Anaheim over Florida 3-2, while in overtime it was Columbus defeating Buffalo 4-3. Vegas doubled up Carolina tonight 6-3, the final score. Toronto edged Calgary 4-3, and in a shootout it was Philadelphia, a 3-2 winner over Pittsburgh. Games in progress now. In the third period, Dallas maintains its 1-0 lead over the Washington Capitals. Chicago has a 6-3 lead at home over Ottawa in the third. In Edmonton, a 5 spot for the Oilers as they have a 5-3 lead over the Mammoth. Utah with a 7-game winning streak coming into that game. Mika Zibanejad with a first period goal that's held up there early in the second. The Rangers lead Vancouver 1-0. And Montreal has a 2-0 lead over the Seattle Kraken. Things wrap up. San Jose hosting the LA Kings. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with the start of the third period after this. Devils trailing 6-4 to the Colorado Avalanche. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Jonas Siegenthaler. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Teams are back out on the ice getting ready for the start of the third period. Devils trail 6-4. They have a minute 2 of power play time to begin the third as they try to continue this improbable comeback down 5-0. Not quite halfway through the second. Then scoring 4 straight before Colorado got a power play goal to make it 6-4. Looking at some numbers from the first 2 periods, Jack Hughes, goal and assist for 2 points. Everyone else has got either a goal or an assist. Only 1 point outings for 8 other Devils. Luke Hughes a +3, Andre Palat a +2, Dougie Hamilton a +3. For Colorado, by the way, 5 shots for Nico Hischier, leading the Devils, who have 27. For Colorado, of their 29 shots, 4 from Nathan MacKinnon and 4 from Victor Olofsson. Olofsson with a goal and 2 assists. MacKinnon with a pair of goals. And tighten up, folks. Third period's about to start.
Yeah, do the tighten up because, 6 about... I'm not saying that you can't give up more and still win, but I kind of think tonight, Matty, 6 goals against might be as much as Devils can give up. But we'll see. Power play for the Devils to start this third, and anything can happen.
So Josh Manson off for a slash, and the Devils control the draw. Hischier, Jack Hughes, Dougie Hamilton, Jesper Bratt, and Timo Meier out there for the Devils. Puck swept away, race on, loose puck. Devils will have to hustle back. Here's Drury, he moves in, shot save made. No, Drury gets it back, his shot is blocked by Bratt. That was a 2-on-0, that puck was angled out of the zone. Thankfully angled, otherwise might be a different story. But how about Jacob Markstrom?
That was a brilliant save, Matty. And Dougie Hamilton falls down inside the blue and hits his face on the boards.
Here's a shot save by Wedgwood. Puck is loose. Drury takes it.
There's been some crazy crashes by men along the boards. And it's resulted in goals, and it could have there. But you're right, what a save. Oh, my. So Mark's smashing his stick. He's still into it because the penalty is just going to expire.
Yep, and out of the box is Manson. So we're skating 5 aside. Pass up to Manson off his stick. He moves to the far corner. Watched by Gritsu. Manson around for Nichushkin. It hops away from him, and the Devils will carry it out to center ice. Dawson Mercer, Jack Hughes, Dougie Hamilton, and Stefan Nason, the goal scorers for the Devils tonight. Here's Gritsu. Down the near side wall. Fights off the check from Lehkonen. They battle along the near side wall. Gritsu works it loose. Here's Nebitz. Cross ice it goes to Luke. Starts that move on Natchez. Now in the corner, steps on the brakes, backhands one off a stick and out of play.
Nice little try there by Luke. He goes down the left side behind the goal line, and Natchez is with him. He quickly stops, goes to his backhand, Maddie, which is all he could really do here. But is it Natchez that gets a stick on it? Yeah, Natchez turns around. Not quite sure where he is, but his stick seems to find him and deflected that puck over the glass. So Devils now got to see what they can do 5-on-5.
Devils win the draw. Here's a shot from the blue line. Didn't get through. Seamus Casey thought about picking up that loose puck, but then said, no, I better backpedal. Smart move.
Yeah, it's very good, Matty.
Because Nichushkin had it, and if he got past Seamus, it was off to the races.
Yeah, good catch by you and a good play by Seamus.
17:50 to go. Opening moments of the third. Devils trailing 6-4. Here's Olofsson. The big night. His toss from Nichushkin hops over the forward stick, and now the Devils dump it in. Malinsky winds it around. The waiting at the blue line is Drury. He hands it off. Here's Nichushkin. Carries it across the line. Devils surround him.
Slash. Sorry, Matty.
Yeah, penalty coming up, though.
Sorry, Matty. I shouldn't have, but I saw Glendening. I know you want to defend. Nichushkin's good, but it was almost too much of a demonstrative slash.
New Jersey, number 14, minor penalty, slashing.
Yeah, you know what I mean, Matt? Come down a little bit less hard. But, and you know what else? Slash the gloves. It's one thing to slash the stick, but if your slash gets up in the gloves, they're calling it. No questions asked.
And so the Devils down a man once again. Colorado 3 for 5 on the power play tonight. So off the draw. Here's a shot off the glove of Markstrom. McCarr with the long-range shot. Now it's McKinnon who winds it around. He's got a pair of power play goals. One of the power play tallies on a 5-on-3. McCarr to the far wall. It comes cross-ice to McKinnon. Top of the near circle. Now down to the corner. He hands it off. Nate just comes out high. Centers a shot that goes off the post. Nichushkin.
3 of them now.
Yeah, all helping the Devils' cause. Yeah. Now McKinnon lays it off. Here's a drive. They score. Well, the Devils just can't keep taking penalties.
No.
And it's Victor Olofsson with his second of the night.
Well, I remember Victor Olofsson from Buffalo. They got him, and he could score in the power play, and he just did again, Matty. Drop pass behind the back, and he shoots it like he shot where he scored that goal earlier, up over the blocker. And I got to tell you, folks, these aren't average shots. Olofsson's got a snappy release. And you know what? McKinnon liked it. McKinnon is not a smiley guy all the time, but there he made a drop pass as he was taking the puck to the right of the net, and it ended up in the net, and now it's 7-4. And again, Matty, Markstrom could have had a couple of them. Yeah, maybe, but don't forget that great save he just made. Let's not forget the ones that could have gone in as well. I mean, 7 is about, maybe it could be 6 if he was really hot, but he's had a lot of tough shots.
So the Devils back down by 3, and the excitement of the comeback has abated to a large extent.
Yeah.
Because now you're asking a lot, right? They expend a lot of energy. They come back into the game. But now down by 3, but we're in the third period. Still, the Devils won't give up. That's for sure, but the challenge is great. McCarr with it far side. Outlets. It comes all the way down, and this is icing.
You know, the other thing is, Matty, when you come back, it's 5-0, 5-4. What's really hard, and then you lose it, is that, okay, we weren't getting any breaks. Now we're getting the breaks, and we're there. So don't give them another goal or two. You know what I mean? Now you got to get more breaks, and you're not going to get it the whole game. But in that little stretch, they were getting some nice breaks. And now I don't think they can score another 3 goals just on skill. They're going to have to catch a puck luck break here and there.
6 times the Devils have been shorthanded, including a 3-on-5 in this game. And that's just not good hockey. That won't win you many games. And then when you give up 4 power play goals, that'll make it even worse. Here comes Nemitz. Near circle with a shot. Hit Wedgwood. It's loose. He covers up. Well, I will say this. Scotty Wedgwood has seen a lot of rubber, and he's done a terrific job tonight. But there have been times where there have been rebounds, but he's found them.
Well, he and, there's Taves and McCarr out there. It's funny, but that's the way the game has gone. There's times there is coverage. Then they got a little stretch of the Devils where there wasn't coverage, but now there's coverage again. That's what I say about hockey. No team is perfect, and when you get a chance and it's your rush, as we get a whistle to do it over. But when you're on the rush, you're on the move, score. You got to make it count. The Devils did. Now defensively, they're on their heels, and now the Avalanche are making it count.
Off the draw, it's Dillon with a shot, hits Wedgwood. Not sure he saw it till he felt it. It was through a screen. Now Burns with the drive off the glove of Markstrom, puck loose for Casey.
He felt it and you heard it.
Yeah.
What a noise.
Devils will take on San Jose on Thursday night. We'll have all the action beginning with the pregame show. Our coverage starting at 9:50 from the Shark Tank. Colton and Casey collide at center ice. They both go down. Now they both go off. Then the road trip continues Saturday in Los Angeles, Sunday against Anaheim. And then the Devils back home a week from Thursday. Natchez finds a man breaking in. McKinnon with a shot save made by Markstrom.
McKinnon wants that hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's feeling it, as they say.
Yes. He's getting the chances, but, that's what I mean. He scored 2 goals, but Marquis made some good saves against them.
If you were wondering, the largest deficit that the Devils overcame in their history, and you might have been there, Mr. Esch, 1985 against the Rangers, down 4, and the Devils win in overtime 6-5.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah, that wasn't too sweet, was it? Are you kidding me? Against the Rangers?
But the Devils, who were down 5 in this one, will have to do a lot of work to come up with a W tonight. It's now 7-4. Siegenthaler with a shot that is blocked turnaround by Nemitz, deflects to the corner. Now, how much, we'll get a chance here in a second to talk about it. Nemitz sweeps it toward the corner, played there by Colorado, and now Brock Nelson gets it to Nichushkin. Dumps it in, Devils try to control. No Brett Pesce tonight. Does yeoman's work on the penalty kill.
Yeah,
one was a 5-on-3, I'll grant you that. That's very difficult to stop, especially with the weapons of Colorado. But the Devils did give up 4 power play goals tonight. Was it his absence? I mean, it's not a one-man show, but he does an awful lot of good work.
That's a great question, Matty. I think there's some impact, but I will go back to Markey shooting it over the glass. And I mentioned the Avs this morning on their skate, because they didn't skate yesterday, neither did the Devils. They really worked on their power play this morning, right?
Yeah.
So then you're giving them in the first 2 minutes a chance to, we worked on it this morning. Let's do it now. Well, here we go.
Here's a chance. Dillon hands it off. Cutter with a drive. Missed the target.
Yeah.
Not even putting it on net. Now Casey in near side for Cotter. Puck rolls off his stick. Glendening will pick it up. Checked by McCarr. Now on to Cotter it goes. He's checked off the puck by Bardakov, who scored his first National Hockey League goal back in the first period, and Colorado dumps it in. That seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it?
Well, and you're right, and I'm saying Markey, shot it over accidentally. Then they score the power play goal. That's bad enough. But then, Barkov hasn't scored a goal. He gets a breakaway. He scores a gorgeous goal. You know what I mean? That really throws you for a loop.
Puck in front, save by Markstrom as he robs Olofsson. He's looking for the hat trick too.
Yeah, that's right. And Luke's saying, wasn't there a penalty there? I got knocked down. Oh well, we got some time to scrape the ice. It's starting to get very precarious for New Jersey. They were back within one. Now it's 3. 11:43 to go here in the third period, and you are listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
Face-Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is Timo Meyer. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
11:43 to go in the third. Devils trail 7-4. Just a quick note on the Devils' biggest comeback ever. They trailed the Rangers by 4 goals and won in overtime back on November 2nd, 1985. You were still part of the team, but you were not in the lineup that night, either as a backup or a starter.
No.
Elaine Chevrier and Craig Billington were the goalies.
I think I was on the bench telling him what to do.
Icing.
I'm going with that because you can't check that out.
No, I can't do that. Devils scored 5 goals in the third period.
And who got the winner?
Your buddy, old Mel Bridgman.
Oh, and you know the great thing about that would have been too, Matty? The place would have been filled. Every time we played the Rangers, sellout. So that was the other good thing about winning that night.
Off the draw, here's Brindley with a shot that's off a stick and wide. Rangers are up 4-0 early in the third. Georgia McPhee made it 4-0. Then the comeback began. Peter McNabb ended that game with 2 goals and 2 assists. The late, great Peter McNabb. Think about him often when we come to Denver.
Yes.
Where he was a terrific analyst after leaving the Devils. Here's a shot by Malinsky. Saved by Markstrom. Puck loose behind the net. The game-winning goal, Mel Bridgman from McNabb and Rich Preston.
They were a really good friend. Oh, that was great.
Bringing a smile back to your face.
Yeah, I do. I really enjoyed those guys. And, mainly because of the adversity that we had to face that year. That was tough. The other thing is, Matty, what do you think about this game? I mean, okay, you could talk about the power play goals against stuff. Is this one you just throw away? Like, why do you go over all the things they did wrong?
No, I agree.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Okay. I think what Sheldon will say is too many penalties. That's clear.
Yes.
Not able to kill them. The other problem. Yeah. And it started early.
Yeah.
And then the breakdown on the Bardakov goal. So you're less than 4 minutes in. You're down 2-0.
Yeah.
And you're skating uphill the rest of the night. You couldn't quite get to the top of the hill and start moving down the other side.
Yeah, and at the high altitude.
Yeah, exactly. Nichushkin gets by Hamilton, centers. Pass picked off by Meyer. He turns it over. Manson down low. Puck hops over the stick of Ross Colton. And the thing about sports, National Hockey League, you can't let it sit with you too long, either the loss or be too elated over a victory because there's something else on the horizon, and the Devils will take on San Jose on Thursday.
And that even carries over to the playoffs, right, Matty? You can't live in the past. That's what Diana, my wife, always says to me.
Jack Hughes in deep, tries to go cross ice off the stick of Manson. Jack gets it back to the blue line for Siegenthaler. Now it's Spratt, spins, wrist shot, save made, rebound loose, and Burns will handle. Now Manson dumps it ahead. So the Devils have had chances. 67 shots in this
They
game.
have.
37 for the home team, 30 for the Devils.
But if you give up 7, you need a lot of good scoring chances.
Yeah.
And you need a lot of luck. And, Devils had some. When they scored those 4 goals, the puck was really starting to bounce for them. Lady Luck, I could see her sitting on the bench there in the Devils uniform, but then the penalties.
Well, that was it. Not only the one and the power play goal here in the third that put it back to a 3-goal lead, but that one after you're within a goal, 5-4. You've scored 4 straight. You've scored 4 in a very short period of time. Icing called on Colorado, and you think, all right, let's go. Then you take a penalty. McKinnon scores.
Yeah. And it was Timo Meier, and it was a really unusual penalty. Like some penalties, they are bad penalties. You could say that, but sometimes they're more unlucky than they are bad, and that's what happened. Trying to check a Avalanche just inside Devils' blue line, and that was a killer.
Off the face-off, centering try blocked. Now it's Pratt behind the net. Bardakov's lost his stick. Somebody's lost something else. That's behind the Colorado net. Not sure what. It looks like an elbow pad, but I don't know if that's what it is.
Yeah, that you wouldn't think would come off, but maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Luke Hughes fires it around. Puck in the Colorado end. McCarr sidesteps whatever that is. Behind the net. Sends it up ahead. McKinnon at center ice. Comes cross ice for Necas. Gains the zone. He looks around. Makes a nifty move as he creates some space. And then ringing one off the post is Malinsky.
There's 4.
Yowzer. So it could be worse if not.
That's so true, man.
They've hit a bunch of posts. Malinsky with a rising shot. Might have been off the stick of Hamilton. Here come the Devils on the counter. It's Meier in deep. Looks to get it in front. It's blocked away now behind the net. Wraparound try by Timo. The puck goes through the crease.
Oh, what a back check by Nathan McKinnon. And you know what was nice, Matty, and you can show it as we get a icing. They're ahead 7-4. He is a leader. And he goes from Devils end all the way back, all the way to his net. He's wiped out right now. He is tired. But that's what inspires, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you need to do. Oh, Malinsky, good save by Markstrom. That's what I mean. He's made some really good saves, but oh, that's too bad. Puck wrapped around, and Nico Hischier just can't quite reach it. Nico Hischier's got 5-6 shots, Matty, but nothing has gone in for him. Nothing's been right where he needed it at the right time.
Those 5 shots lead the Devils.
Oh, yeah?
Who are trailing 7-4 with 6:35 to go. Stay with us for the post-game show as we'll wrap things up from Denver. Cross-ice pass intercepted in front by Burns. Quickly up ahead. Here's Nichushkin. Hits the blue line. Tried to get it to Nelson. It was deflected away. It rolls wide of net. Settled by Wedgwood. And now hands it off to Manson. Rangers still leading in that game against Vancouver. Jonathan Quick in net for the Rangers. He's only faced 11 Vancouver shots. Rangers lead 1-0. Back in the first, Mika Zibanejad with his 4th of the season. Islanders lost earlier today. Everyone in action in the NHL. The out-of-town scoreboard presented by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste. the way sausage should be. And I know it's not hockey, but 6-2 the final score as Toronto has evened things up in the World Series.
That's getting interesting.
Losing last night in 18. Jack Ashan with a shot that's deflected out of play.
And we were up there for Game 7 of the last series. And you know what, Matty? That town is going to be on fire. I don't watch baseball, kind of boring, but these playoffs, the twists and turns, been very interesting. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night in L.A. and then when they go back to Toronto. But here, 5:37 to go. I hope you're staying with us because we want the Devils to stay with it, but we don't know. 5:35 to go in the third. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
This is Connor Brown. You are listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Time winding down here, 5.5 to go at Ball Arena. Colorado leads 7-4. Devils won in overtime against the Avalanche on Sunday, so the season series, barring a big comeback, will be split, each team winning, but Colorado will have 3 points because of the overtime loss. Colorado goes to Vegas for Halloween, and they're back for a homestand. Mackenzie Blackwood will start in all likelihood in that game.
A good call, yes.
He's backing up tonight. He had off-season surgery and just took a while to get back. Here's Luke Hughes behind the net. Steps out in front, looks for someone. Now backhands in front. Flipped on net by Lamico and not connecting as it comes all the way down.
Wedgwood's really flashed his pads out there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you think of how many low pucks, either from the point or in tight, that he's gotten with either the left or right pad on the ice.
Devils slow to push forward to start this play, and thus the crowd booing. Now a takeaway in the neutral zone by Kelly. He goes cross ice for Brindley. It's taken by Mercer. Up ahead it goes. Heischer knocked it down with a high stick and touched it up, and so we will have a face-off. The Devils honor our troops on Monday, November 10th. Enter now for your chance to win a team-signed military specialty jersey, 2 glass seats with Prudential Lounge access, and a Nico Heischer signed helmet. Go to NewJerseyDevils.com/military appreciation.
Well, very nice, Matty. Timely, too. 4:09 to go, excuse me, here in the third. Devils down by 3. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
This is Luke Hughes. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Download the official Devils and Prudential Center app today and enter for a chance to win tickets in the Verizon Lounge. To download, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/app and follow the instructions to enter. Devils' 8-game winning streak has 4 minutes to live.
Yep.
As the Devils are down 7-4 here late in the third period. Nate just floats one on that, fought off by Markstrom, and now it's cleared to the wall for Nason, who had his first NHL goal, first goal of the season earlier in this game for the Devils.
Beautiful shot, which helps. You know what? I just hope McKinnon or Olofsson don't get the hat trick. I got to be honest.
Yeah. And
they've got enough.
Jared Bednar, their head coach, will probably have them out there on a few occasions down the stretch.
Yes.
Particularly McKinnon.
Yeah.
Olsen scoring his first 2 goals as an Avalanche. Tonight, 4 power play goals for Colorado.
Yeah.
Including a 5-on-3. The last 2 coming on the power play after the Devils. Oh, here's a turnover, moving in and sending it wide was Gritsuk. Gritsuk recovers for Dylan, and he sends one over the crossbar off the glass. Oh, Arseny Gritsuk.
Yeah.
So
that one hurts. He's not going to like that one when he thinks back.
No. Looking for his 3rd goal of his career, and his friend from the KHL in St. Petersburg, Bardakov, had a goal earlier.
Yeah, right.
Gritsuk's might not have come in a win, but at least he'd be able to say, you got one, I got one. 2.5 to go. Anyway, the Devils pulled within 5-4. They were down 5-0. Oh, here's a turnover. Intercept is Drury. Gives it off. They score. And there it is. The hat trick for Victor Olofsson.
And look at the hat. Fans are so in touch. You know, and I'm Victor Olofsson is just a specialized player, Matty. You put him in the slot, that guy can score. That's a great shot. He shoots it. He gets it. He's right down the center, Matt, and he shoots it by the left ear. And for a goalie, when the puck goes that close to your head, it's hard to get it. And, oh, my. Oh, Victor is enjoying this victory.
Yeah, came over as a free agent. And it took a while, but that's got through. Yeah, Casey with a bad pass that was picked off by Drury.
And I talked to Jack Drury, and he's such a nice kid. Really fired up, and boy, he had a nice game tonight. Got that beautiful goal, at least 1 assist, maybe 2, I'm not sure. But, yeah, you know, that's one that, luckily for Seamus, okay, you give it up in this kind of a game, but when the game's tight, you cannot go cross ice like that.
Yeah. No, you cannot. And not just at this level, but really at almost any level, right? But here, it will often be in the back of your net as they are still clearing the hats off the ice. And then somebody throws one. A little late to the party. What are you doing? Guy throws one. Or the woman throws one.
You know,
Scotty Wedgwood will clean
I bought some hats today, and they were really nice. They were discounted Colorado Rocky hats. Really nice, man. Only $10. But I ain't throwing it on the ice.
No.
I mean, that'd be like throwing $10 on the ice. I'm not doing it. But anyway.
Here's a blast fought off by Markstrom.
Fans love to do that, though.
Yeah.
Whatever they want.
It was Drury with the drive. Drury has the puck now in his own end. Yeah, they do. I know the tradition, but especially now, were hats ever really inexpensive? Now you could pay $30 for a tasty snapback easily.
Yeah. I'm going to look up between now and sometime. Where does that tradition come from? Hats on the ice. I know it's been a long time. When everybody wore fedoras, remember in the 50s and 40s? I don't know if they did it then or not, but you'd notice that.
Gritsuk tries to get around two players, moves in with a shot, and he misses the target. He was a little off balance, and Colorado would recover to force the shot. Minute 16 to go. Post-game show will follow. Thought we had a nothing game at 5-0. Thought we had a terrific game at 5-4. And now it's kind of a nothing game again in the final minute of play. Devils gave up 8 goals last October 22nd in a loss at home against Tampa Bay, for those who are interested in such things. Malinsky with a blast. Pad save by Markstrom. Nason slowed down as he races after a loose puck. What's Markstrom going to think about this one? You give up 8 goals. I don't care how many you can say on the power play weren't his fault. He's not feeling too good.
No, and he knows he's going to play on the weekend, one of the two, right? So, no, it's not as... But, Markey, he does seem to bounce back pretty well, and goalies have to have that memory. I don't know if McKinnon has played much. Because we were talking about him getting the hat trick.
Yeah.
But maybe you got this lead. Maybe you're saying, I don't know, why play him? Except I would think he'd want to get the hat trick. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But I haven't seen him out there.
27 seconds to go off the face-off. Devils control. And they move it out to center ice, and then it rolls into Colorado's end. His last shift, McKinnon's at 15:51.
Okay.
So, with a chance at a hat trick, not out for the last
4 minutes. Yeah.
Bit of a surprise. Final seconds ticking off. And that'll do it. Colorado doubles up the Devils and wins tonight by a score of 8-4. Scott Wedgwood now 6-1-2 on the season and 5-0-0 a lifetime against the Devils.
And they're out there congratulating him, and they should. Man, he stopped in that first period. He stopped a lot of crazy bouncing goal potential pucks.
He did, and while he faced 16 shots in the first, he got them all. Blackwood and Wedgwood hugging each other with some help from